So no movement besides stating the obvious. Joe Deceive is drawing heavy interest as Toronto Ultra works to retain franchise star. I think anybody could have told you that Joe Deceive would receive interest.
Zen, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the article?
I didn't read the article. I'm just looking at the headline right now. You want me to read the article?
Not yet. Yeah, read the article.
I want you to read the article and give us your thoughts. I want a Zen POV.
Okay. You want to read it out loud or?
No, I can. You can skim it out loud if you want.
Sources say at least 3 CDL teams have shown interest, including Gentlemates. Okay.
Yeah.
Who already made a move that was rejected by Ultra. Atlanta FaZe and LA Thieves have also emerged as serious contenders. So Toronto's front office, known for tough negotiations and rarely selling unless the timing is right, will likely make any potential deal difficult. Oh yeah, that deal is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Why don't I have ad block anymore? Where the fuck happened to my ad block? Hold on, let me.
Don't put on ad block. Support your fellow creators.
Fuck up.
Okay.
Dude, Zen's taking notes. It's coming with real sass today, bro.
I'm just. Yo, your local stud.
It's because he had to turn his stream off when he had 3K viewers yesterday.
Your local stud with a 5 bomb is 401st. Yeah, listen, I think that always happens though.
Yeah, right.
There's always something.
Good. But instead of go glazing nade shot, let's just keep streaming. Fuck it.
All right, there we go. Ad block is on.
That's what you gotta do, Zen.
So LA Thieves and FaZe. I mean, bro, this is like all obvious.
Yeah.
This is all stuff I feel like anybody could assume it'd be right. Yo, local stud, thank you again for 5 gifted, bro, my boy.
What's dragging everything out is like everybody's waiting on Toronto to.
Reaper with a 0 for 33. Welcome back.
And then the errors will make a decision.
Bro, here's the reality. If you're Toronto, you want something in return. Like, you don't just want money.
Oh, yeah. They would need to trade a player and money for Joe to build around.
That's why FaZe is a big figure in there, because they could send Tyler the other way.
Yeah.
But then Joe and Tyler want a team, so then you
Merc 20v1 make it happen.
I would say, I don't know, bro. I don't know if...
That'd be a banger.
The issue is I think Abeezy would want to play with Joe, so a FaZe trade wouldn't work because they can't do Abeezy for Joe because they want to play together. If you're Thieves, I may offer the 2-for-1 special. I may offer Dan and Dylan for Joe, and maybe Ultra bites on that if they're trying to get rid of both.
Wow, Envoy would have to move back. Imagine.
Yeah, it's moving back.
Insane.
That's a pretty awesome place to be.
Toronto's a great city. I love Toronto.
Also,
I think the biggest thing I got from the article is that Toronto actually is down to spend money, because if they're trying to keep Joe, they're trying to buy Abeezy, like they're trying to splash some cash. They're not playing it safe.
When I was thinking about this in bed earlier,
yeah,
if they really want Abeezy, I think FaZe may be interested in the CleanX trade. Like, I think FaZe.
Cleans is free. Cleans is free.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Did he not?
Is he unrestricted?
There's no way he's free, because we've been hearing his name a lot more.
Or am I faded, bro?
I don't know.
I think you're faded. I looked yesterday. There's no way Toby is free. Because if Toby was free, we'd be hearing his name a lot.
What's a tracker say? Tracker is rumored FA. Yeah, I don't see a tweet from him saying that he's like a free agent.
Like, okay, here's where I'm actually at. That rumored FaZe roster, I don't think that's happening. In the sense of, I just don't see Rencore leaving Miami. They would be the most
Rencore
insane.
and Joe are in the same boat right now.
Like,
I'll say this.
It's like a Spanish team. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, but
I don't see any trades.
I'll say this. I think there's a role where like he does leave. The problem is it just kind of depends on the other moves around that. But I don't think Miami are like committed to some crazy spend at the moment. That was the one wild card if they were just gonna like really up the guys on a big number and keep the team together. But I don't really think they're doing that at the moment.
Yeah.
No, I mean they're not going to up the guys, but they can probably afford to up Rencore at least. I mean, you don't have to pay the whole team
give him the franchise
a lot,
tag.
but surely Rencore earned. I mean, he's young, he's rookie of the year, he's already drawing interest from teams like FaZe. It's like if they want to be a contending team, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't.
Yeah, I know. I heard.
They're not going to get a replacement for Rencore. Like, he's right now the best AR you could possibly pick up in the game.
Yeah, the problem is it just might be just better fucking. The problem is he might want to dip, bro. That's
I'm
the part we
sure.
haven't really gotten reported yet.
If I'm Rentker, I'm throwing a fucking fit. Don't get me
That's what I'm
twisted.
saying. We just don't know what that's like.
Oh, I'm piping up as loud as I can possibly get. I'm saying, get me to FaZe, sir.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. How much do you think? Because a BZ would have to be the highest buyout on the market right now.
I don't
right?
see buyouts going like that, bro. I don't see a six-figure
hypothetically,
buyout.
How much do you think Tyler Abizi would cost?
50K?
Economy in esports.
50K?
Yeah.
50K.
50 and up, I think.
Yeah, I would say
I think that's
50
kinda
to 75. I mean,
That's assuming
Yeah,
nothing.
but
It's
it's
only
just
cash going their way.
unless we're talking Vegas, that's a different story. But like, Ultra's not going to go out there and pay 100K. I don't see I don't see Thieves dropping 100K.
Yeah, because then he'd have to take barely any salary.
But the reality in a situation like this is, with the current market, like, I just don't. If FaZe is trying to offload BZ, they can ask for whatever they want. They don't really have leverage right now. Like, they don't. Like, teams could just, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you know they're getting rid of a BZ and a BZ's not going to play there, which I don't know. I'm not sure if he can possibly stay there. I still think a BZ and Sim shouldn't split because I just don't really see an adequate replacement they can get. If I'm a team, I'd be like, why would I pay 100K for a BZ when I know he's not going to be on your team? So I'm just going to wait until you eventually come down.
Yeah, but then if Joe is building this team, like, this is where this is again what I highlighted on Twitter earlier, why this is getting real dicey, is like, if Joe, say, really wants to team with Tyler, but like that negotiation can't get figured out, FaZe do have some leverage because Toronto's team's only going to happen.
Welcome back for 22. Thank you.
Because,
yeah, but
like,
for
example, because let me explain. Because if you're Zach, let's say you're Draza, and then you're part of that team. Well, then if you're not getting a BZ and it's like Toby, and then, you know what I'm saying, like, you might then have better options. Like,
no, I think
it's just a giant circle.
No, the only thing I think Ultra might be forced into doing is dealing Kleenex for a BZ. Then it would be Joe, a BZ.
That's why I think FaZe
Draz.
have leverage. FaZe have leverage in that situation. I think that's why I'm saying, like, I don't think Tyler's buyout's gonna be massive, but I do think that Toronto's gonna be in a position where they have to potentially do business with them at some point.
Well, if you think about the roster FaZe wants right now, the rumored roster, Rencore, 04, and Abuza, that's the rumored roster.
Yeah.
There is no, that does not include a trade with Ultra or a trade with anybody. That's just all a buyout for Rencore and then 2 players that are free agents. You know what I'm saying? So then eventually it's either going to be like, yo, we're not paying that price. We know Abizi's not going to be on your team. You have to come down.
The only thing then, if your FaZe is just like, you use Joe getting unsettled going the other way, because the angle we haven't talked about in this is like, there's no way that Joe's signing a new deal with Toronto. Like, it's this year and then that. I assume he's on a 1+1. It would be this year and that's it.
Yeah.
So like, whatever team you're building is a 1 year and done situation, and then everybody's gonna time, like, bro, next year's offseason could be crazy because if no one signs,
that's why it's important for Toronto to lock down like an Abizi, for example, because then you're always going to have desirable players to like,
which is why you're getting to why I think they have less. That's why I'm saying it's like, this is why it's becoming a bit of a standoff, because like, yes, you could play the time game with FaZe, but you also kind of want him, so then you need to make a deal with them. So it's like that leverage situation becomes a little bit interesting, you know? Like, this is a rare one just because I think this could be like the one situation, to your point, where it might be cash involved, but this may actually be a player trade situation down the line.
Like Joe gets traded?
Or Toby, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Toby's, you know what I'm saying, it's a 3-team thing.
I can see them trading Toby, bro. Toby's been there forever. I mean, Joe is like their new guy. I can see them trading Toby. I don't think they'll trade Joe.
I don't think they should trade Joe for what it's worth. They should not let the guy go.
The thing is, though, I don't know if
they need to hold him.
I mean, I'm not sure if FaZe wants Kleenex. Because if they want 04, then he's free. They can just pick up 04. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the rumored team that I've heard is the same that you've heard, and obviously, like, it makes sense, right? Why 04 is going there over Toby, and then like the other ARs that have been on like the Vancouver Miami situation. But then it's like, where does Toby go? Is he going to Falcons? Is he going to like LAG? You know?
Toby might stay and run flex.
Toby might stay, and then they have an BZ, Joe.
That's a good
Toby.
That's a good core. And then do they keep Jamie, or do they? I mean, I can see them I can see them still going for draws.
Well, that's Zach. So Zach's someone we haven't talked about. What does Zach want to do? Is he
Well-
fully committed to dipping?
Well, once
Like-
again, the right play for
He wants
Zach.
a team with Kenny, man, but you don't want him.
No, I think they're morons if they do that.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Okay, I don't think they're morons, but I don't think it should be their number one options. I think draws.
Yeah, that's why I called them morons because I was like, bro, what?
Like, I think
Go ahead.
draws potentially could go join a team with Joe Deceives in Toronto, for example, and that makes a lot more sense than
Yeah.
him and Ken building
Agreed.
something. But I do think Kenny Andraza is a really good backup option because I'm still high on Kenny. I know he had some struggles, but like I know
It's just
Kenny's still
it's
very
just, like,
capable.
okay, like fill the teams out. Like that AR duo is just it could definitely work. But like it also like they can just get run over by, let's say like a Rencor fucking Abuza AR
Yeah,
duo.
but there's only
or
so many
Merc
options you
Drazu.
have these days, Ben. Like
No, I
the
know.
reality
I
is
know.
that you can only deal with the cards you're dealt. And yes, like, do I think Draws and Kenny is a better AR duo? Okay, let's speak Black Ops 6 plainly. Than Rencor and I don't fucking know. I can't even think right now. I just woke up. Probably not. But it's a new game. They're very capable, and I think if players really want to play together, like that's a good start. Like they won together. I wouldn't say it's really like friendship.
A couple of years ago, though, it's a lot of time has passed since now and then. A lot of talents. Here's my argument against it. Because I think they're both, for what it's worth, in. I really like Ken and Zach and what they bring to a team and their value to teams. They're not washed. They're not shitters. People come my chat and say Ken is capital W washed.
What's the
Zach is
spreadsheet
washed.
you
Like,
have?
they
Ben?
don't
Someone
know.
said you got a
Nah, I
spreadsheet I
don't
can
think
look
so.
at.
Yeah. Do you have the turtle spreadsheet?
Oh no,
I don't
there's
know.
already. Oh no.
I'll put it in TeamSpeak. Never looked at the turtle spreadsheet before?
Maybe. Let me see.
But like, here's the thing is, I think together is just like you put yourself in a position where like one of you is just off a team in the middle of the year again. Like I think the likelihood of that team working is not particularly high, and the most likely scenario is one of them gets dropped. And I don't know why, if you're one of them, you would willingly agree to that situation. You're asking to just get your stock fucking torched.
I disagree, bro. I think they can be better than you think, and especially with the right team. Okay, someone just said, Shotzi said last night in his stream he really likes Kenny, Draza, Abizi, Joe Deceives. Like, that's a good team, Ben. If, like,
That is a good team.
I see Kleenex being there as the flex instead of them doing that. I don't really know what's going on over there, but I feel like they would let Kleenex try to run flex. But that's a good team. Like, that's a team that can perform. So I don't think Draws or Ken is guaranteed to get dropped on a team like that. And like, I think you're being super recency bias. Like Kenny had a little bit of a bad stint. Obviously, I'm sure you'd say the same thing. But I'm not gonna be one of those guys that like judges a player off like a off little time period. You know what I mean? Like he's proven consistency and proven how good he is for his whole career. I'm not gonna be like Kenny's incapable now because he had a rough go.
I don't think you're understanding the issue though. Like, and I don't think either. If answer that, I don't think he's understanding. No one is saying that they're bad players. The issue is that there are going to be games where they're going to play, no matter how good Joe and Tyler are playing. Their AR duo may just get run over, and it's no disrespect to Zach and Ken. They just are not. They're not guys that at this point in the career are consistently dropping like 1-2s in a series. Like they are good players, part of championship teams. There's a reason that they have 1 rings. They are not shitters and they are not wash. I just think them together. We've seen teams like this form, and it usually ends with said team underperforming, and then by the middle of the year, they're like, you know what? There's this player in challengers who's fucking high ceiling. We're just not getting consistent enough slaying. It is what it is. One of them's got to go.
But okay, here's the thing. I'm going to use Nasty as an example, Ben. Before this year, you would not be sitting here being like Nasty is going to be an intricate part to the Surge roster. He's going to be out there doing his thing. And then you put him on a good team that works well together, and Nasty has an insane year, and Vancouver has an insane year. And now we're talking about Kenny and Draws, and you're acting like they're just going to get run over by top teams.
So
like, I think
my response to that, I have a response. One is I think Byron played well and got a lot of flowers after EWC last year. And we were like not really sure what Thieves was going to do, right? Like the assumption at that point in that offseason was that Thieves would then build around the core But then that scrap and Paco happened, and he ended up on Vancouver. And then our read on Vancouver was, all right, like we felt like, Abuza was showing some promise. A little bit 04 obviously started to get better throughout the year. They just kind of were just sort of stuck in that like top 4 kind of fucking blender through most of the end of the season, especially EWC. But like, you know what I'm saying? They had Charlie, and we felt like,
hold on.
Yeah,
I will gift
but
to
it's the same
stop
problem with
talking to this
though, is what I'm
moron,
trying to
Tyler.
say.
How much
like
we
they put
talking?
Charlie on the team, and I'm just like, well, there's a slaying void here, and they're just gonna end up dropping Charlie. And then one second they got Neptune and they got better. I'm just saying, like, my problem, chat, is just like I like Ken and Zach. I just think they team together, and it's like
I don't know. I think
they just fuck everything up.
I think they're capable. I'm not sure if it's like the number one option, but I do think like that's a solid, like that team of BC, Joe, Kenny, and Draza is a good ass team.
That'd be a really good team.
I still
the sub
think
duo was great. The AR duo was pretty good. Like, and that sub duo would elevate the AR duo too.
I will say though, I would keep CleanX in the flex role, especially because you don't know what kind of game it is. If it's like a 3 SMG game and you have Toby, Abe, and Joe, it would be silly to not test the waters with that roster first.
I agree. I would much rather do that trio and pick up. Listen, Dylan, I said this earlier. Dylan, I said this earlier. I think a way better version of their team is keep CleanX, get Zach, and they be the fastest team in the league. And I like that for them. I think
I like that roster a lot.
I like that way better than trying to put Ken with Zach.
I don't think CleanX wants to flex. I can put my life on the fact that if you go to him and say, hey, man, we're getting Abe, you want to flex? Toby's going to say, yes, I do.
A BZ Joe Draza, he's mind blown his team up like that.
Toby's going to say, yes, I will. Yeah, Assumeless with a tier 1 for 25. Welcome back. Thank you.
Those good of players, if they are able to do that. So he's twerking to get those players.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially since the start of the game, bro. I mean, I team with Toby. We have all watched Toby. He's so naturally gifted and so talented.
Yeah.
Hard worker. Like, I got a lot of praise for CleanX. He'll be a good flex, especially if he starts the year doing it. But that's the question: is like, will Abe go to Toronto? In my head, I'm still like, if I'm Abe, I want to go to Thieves. I'm not sure if that's a possibility, but like that's my number 1 landing spot. I want to go play with Hydra and Scrap. If I'm Abe, I would want to go play with Hydra and Scrap.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Because like, let's say he's not staying on FaZe, he 100% goes to LAT. But after LAT, this Toronto roster would be the best thing he could find.
But LAT didn't have the same. LAT has become another version of like FaZe's issues from last year, bro.
I think Hydra.
Like the
thing is Hydra and Scrap are much better respawn players than the FaZe team. Like the way they think of the game and the way they play it, they're just better at respawn than FaZe. They actually understand like how to play respawn.
Yeah, but if MC and Tyler have the same issues that they had on FaZe in that situation, you're just another version of FaZe. Doesn't matter how much better Scrap and Paco are respawn.
I don't think they'd have those issues.
They'd be able to teach them. They would be able to teach them because Ernie and Hydra. Like the reason they were beating FaZe is just because they're just better at as respawn.
I think
they know what
you're
they're doing more.
Discounting that people generally don't talk about is you can teach somebody if they're willing to learn. If they disagree and they don't want to learn, it doesn't fucking matter.
Who we talking about?
Players that
you're
not high level
can learn how you want to play.
I think selling
can't understand the concept.
But who we talking about?
I would just keep Dill. Like, why are you like? There's no Thieves don't have a talent problem. Like that is not why they fucking didn't.
Listen, bro, I love Dill. He struggled at moments in the slaying category this year. I love him, and honestly, I'd be okay with Thieves still keeping Dill. I'm not saying
he played good.
It's not about how well Dill played, bro. It's about a BZ being on the table. It's less about Dill and more about a BZ. Like certain players only come up once in a blue moon. Thieves obviously wants to win consistently. I think if Abe's available, you look at Abe.
I just think then you just like if you're assuming a situation they're getting MC right in this Abe combo, so it's Abe MC, Hydra and Scrap is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Again, you're just making the FaZe team minus Zach minus fucking Chris. It's just the same team and the same issues. And yeah, if maybe a different environment and coaching staff can get through to like MC and Tyler on their issues, it will work. Obviously, the old FaZe team won 2 events last year. They won 3 in a row. Like they obviously don't fucking suck, but like you may have the same result because you're not able to address the same issues. That's the problem.
I just don't know how I don't know how it's the same issue. I think Hydra and Scrap are like some of the most consistent players we've ever seen. They're also good at search, and you can say what you want, bro. They have great comms.
Champs this year. They also
I
got
know
top
that.
8 champs this year.
Obviously, which is why this team is trying to. Which is exactly why this team is trying to upgrade and make a better roster for moments like that. Like, Ben, you're telling me right now, if you can get a BZ for Dill, you don't do it because Dill played well on LAN this year?
I would do it if, this is where I always talk about this, I would do it if you then talk to Abe and you really, because they know and they can see the tape on the things that he's got to work on. Like, at that point, the interview and the conversation is so important to me as an organization. Like, if I talk to him and I feel like he's made progress on those issues.
Talking about Abe?
Yes. If I've talked to Abe and it's like, look, like, this is what we saw your shortcomings on the map last year were. Statistically right, last year he was one of the slowest subs in the league by the end of the season.
Oh, he's getting dropped from FaZe. A BZ will do anything to get back to a winning position with a team like that.
He's going to have good answers for that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, bro, you're acting like this kid's a scumbag. Tyler's a nice kid. I'm sure whatever needs to be done to win, he wants to do.
It's got called Ben J. Ornstein by fucking Charlie Hickson on the timeline. That's crazy, bro. I'm listen, if you do that and you feel good about it, then great.
Bro, listen, I like Envoy. I
like Dill too.
I'm not in the same boat. A lot of people are kind of like down on Envoy right now. I'm still high on Dill. I think Dill's very capable, but it's not about Dill. It's about Abizi. Like, that's the one thing. If it's not Abizi, I'm okay with them keeping Dill.
I think the best move for Abe is to go team with Joe. I think he needs I think the one thing that teaming with Joe will do is I think it lights that spark again. I think for him. Like, I think it's clear.
I'm sure he'd have a great spark next to Hydra as well.
Yeah, I mean, bro, listen, I see what you're saying. Listen, I'm not.
I think they're both good landing points. Like,
they are. I think
Toronto would be a great spot for him. Joe Deceive is obviously fantastic, assuming they keep CleanX, very capable roster. But you pick Hydra and Scrap if you have the opportunity to.
Well, like, I will say if you get Abe, okay, here's the other thing, right? I'm not trying to be a hater. What I'm trying to do in this conversation chat,
I respect it. Yeah, but despite what everyone is saying, I respect that you're holding your ground. So chat.
Well, I'm trying to red team this with you. Like, I'm just trying to talk through because everybody only talks about upsides of Rostermania, especially with top teams. I'm trying to talk through like all of the potential negative angles of the situation, because this is what the coaching staff's doing as well. These are combos that they're having, right? Let's say your team is MC, Paco, and Scrap. We always talk about doing the dirty work, right? Carrying bomb and S&D, blocking spawns, sitting in hill. Would you have a concern with that team that those things are not going to get picked up?
I was reading my chat. Repeat that real quick. Sorry.
Like, okay, assuming that you go Abe for Envoy and you go Dan for MC.
Yeah.
Who's sitting in hill? Like, who's running bomb? Like, who's doing all the bitch shit on the map?
I promise you they'll figure it out, bro.
That's not a good answer.
BZ's grabbing bomb.
Okay.
Or Hydra. I'm sure either will be okay with the bomb in their hands. MC getting the fucking hill.
Which he has been able to do sometimes in his career. Bro,
these are not crazy issues to solve. If you're Thieves, you also have to think Hydra and Scrap are free agents next year. You want to secure someone like a BZ. Like, you're thinking long-term, as well as, first and foremost, a BZ with that roster I think is fucking fantastic. Secondly, you want to have a BZ secure. That way, in the worst-case scenario, you still have a BZ.
So, I'll be honest. No, I will be thoroughly shocked if anyone this offseason is signing more than a one-year deal. Everybody wants max leverage next year, and I don't think Abe's committing to a multi-year situation with Thieves. I don't think he's going to let himself get locked in twice.
Well, I'll tell you what. Ultra's not going to let him sign a one-year deal. These teams are not stupid, bro. They're not going to let players run the show. Like, bro, teams are not going to be like, okay, sure, we'll do a one-year deal, then you can walk for free. That's not how it's going to happen, bro.
If it's a one-year deal, like, they're going to get
Alex
paid.
Wood, up for 33. Welcome back.
Then I'm just letting myself get fucked again, because if Joe leaves because he's not going to sign a deal, if Paco and Scrap leave because they're not signing a new deal, I'm just getting screwed.
Well,
hold on.
That's why you
like, what the fuck am I doing?
No. That's when the player. That's when, if I'm a BZ, I would tell Ultra and Joe, I'm only joining if Joe signs a new deal and he's here next year with me. That's what I would do. And if Joe can't do that, then I'm going to say, well, I'm going to go to Thieves. Like, a BZ has.
But if I'm going to Thieves, bro, let's not sugarcoat it. If I am Falcons and this year does not work out, I know Simp is probably not signing a new deal. Neither is Hydra. Neither is Scrap. If they all have great seasons, those three are trying to team together, and they may be coming to me, and then we get one.
Well, that's
like,
well, that's inevitable.
And then I'm a Vegas, and I'm just on Thieves, just holding my fucking wiener, and all my teammates just left.
Like, yes, bro. Hypothetically, if all those players become free agents and Vegas gets in the picture, it's going to be very hard for people to fucking compete. Like, no one's going to be able to compete with Vegas Falcons numbers, bro. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, they're
currently under current market conditions, which could always change in a year from now. But currently, yes.
Bro, these orgs got robbed for years, man. There's no way they go back to paying $500K salaries like they were.
Oh yeah.
Well, hold on. No, I've talked about this in. This is the one esports convo that I've had a couple times on my stream. There are a lot of upstart, brands, especially Saudi brands. There's a bunch of like esport orgs also in mainland Asia, Southeast Asia. They're trying to break into EUNA, like trying to break into English speaking audiences. And what becomes smarter for them if they're trying to get into these markets? Would they rather merge and acquire an existing NA brand, right? You take a brand, a legacy brand that's got a lot of fans, and start to pump like liquidity and capital so they can invest and start to get more championships, or do you try to just bring your brand over and go from there?
I would bring my brand over. I would bring my brand over and fuck you with money. Why would I partner with a team that's not willing to pay just to help elevate their brand when I could walk over and just essentially replace them with money?
Because
let's use the Carolina Royal Ravens, for example. If I'm a Saudi team trying to get in, why would I combine with Carolina instead of just being Goliath compared to Carolina?
You've hit the nail in the coffin. This is what financial modeling is important, because you sit down, you figure out, well, what's the better ROI, because it may actually be cheaper.
It may
be cheaper to merge and acquire. You acquire assets, you acquire personnel, you acquire players, you acquire brand and partner sponsor relationships, and the upstart costs are much higher, right? If you have to hire new people in order to recruit that talent, you got to pay more.
Okay,
you got to scale a business.
Hold on, the way you described it was that orgs. You said that orgs want to get involved, so I assume they already have staff. They already have some type of footing.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's way easier to acquire staff than it is to hire staff. You're going to pay way more to hire staff because you have to pay above market rate.
I mean, Brian Saint can't be that expensive, bro. He's a one-man army over there.
Yeah, but I'm talking about other business functions. It's not just like GMs. I'm talking like sales. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Zen, I think your org Optic does a great job selling your guys' brand. Individuals, right? The brand deals you guys do. That's for example, a very valuable sales team. It's not easy to acquire those type of individuals that have those existing relationships, existing deals that are in the
Mega
pipe.
Punch with a tier 1,
relationships they have for existing long-term deals. That's why, like, when you just hire new people, you don't know if it's going to work.
Bro, okay,
if you come
if this was 4 years ago, I'd
easier.
agree with you. But I'm looking at a handful of teams on this list that are skeleton crews these days. They have basically no staff because they've cleaned house, because they've been wiped.
So this is the other thing that you're not considering, which is I think there's also a world where and this is an important thing, not just to COD, but this is like the Val, this is a ticking time bomb in the Riot esports as well, and interestingly in CS, is like, what if you're just a Team Liquid or a Cloud9, right? Another organization, whether it's a Saudi-backed org or it's from another region, saying like Asia, they want to come in, they really want to win the Club World Cup Championship. The cost of entry to get into something like the CDL is really like an M, to be honest now, like just for the spot acquisition. Like the math is possible there if you want to like get a spend and go. So that's what I'm saying. It's an interesting 3 or 4 thing here in esports, because I just don't know if all these NA orgs are just going to keep existing as is. I think some of these other organizations outside the region may see mergers and acquisition as like a way smarter play for them.
No, I understand.
Especially if they want to, especially if they want to become a global thing, not just.
But I just feel like that's irrelevant, and it's inevitable. Like what you just said, you were like, Sim's going to be free, Hydra's going to be free, Scrap's going to be free. That's going to happen every couple of years in the CDL. Like that's just going to be the natural go of things. And naturally, yeah, if Saudi teams or teams with big bankroll are getting involved, obviously those become desirable if they're offering money compared to the rest of the league. So like I feel like we're just arguing with something that's inevitable and like neither here nor there, which is even more reason, once again, for a team like Thieves, for teams like FaZe, like when you have people with such high stock, such good players becoming free agents, you have to make a play for someone like a BZ, for example. If you think you could lose Hydra next year, I'm doing everything I can to get a BZ.
Yeah, but
that way
BZ
Thieves
might
is
not
still
want to sign
desirable.
A 2-year deal, but like, would you be willing to offer him a 1-year deal and you get that 1-year window and then it is what it is?
Hell no.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to.
But that's
then
also
enjoy not getting titled. Like that's what I'm trying to demonstrate to
bro,
you, the risk and the problem they
a
have.
BZ doesn't really have that type of leverage. I don't see Ultra or Thieves giving him a 1-year deal. Then both those teams get fucked. Why would you pay a BZ to potentially have 1 good year and then you get nothing for him? It makes 0 sense.
Because anyone else
Ultra's not
that's wanna
silly.
come there is
Thieves is
also
not
gonna want.
silly.
Like, do you think? Okay, well then look at the other options. Do you think Toby wants to sign for 2 years? Do you think a Real wants to sign for 2 years? Do you think,
Depending on who you put next to them, yes. That's what I'm saying. That's
yeah,
why
but none
if
of the
I'm a
people you're
BZ,
putting next to them are signing a 2-year deal either. That's like Joe
might. Joe might.
If I'm Joe is not going to sign a 2-year deal.
If Ultra
The way
pays
this offseason's
Joe
played out,
something
I'm Joe,
decent,
I'm just-
if Ultra pays Joe something decent, and you want to bring in his best friend who's also a BZ,
No, if they build a really good roster,
and Abe was like, "Yo, if you sign another year, I'll sign." I think that's potential. I don't think Hydra's doing it. Don't get me wrong, but I think Joe might.
I think the combo is let's team together, and if it really works,
Yo,
then we
L2A
can go
music,
literally
welcome
anywhere,
back for
make
9
the
months.
fucking mega
Thank you.
bag,
Bo
whether it's on
Hefner, welcome
Toronto
back
or
for
somewhere else.
51.
Why the fuck will we sign an extra deal?
Because Toronto won't allow that, Ben. Come on, bro. You know Toronto.
They might not have a fucking choice if they want the team to happen. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, were they just going to go sign some fucking random challengers player to be that second sub that's going to bring Toby back? Like, it's the thing. I think it's at so much of a standstill because people don't really know how to move now in this situation. Like, it's become stuck because like there's this fight over this current offseason and this fight over the next offseason, and it's creating a bit of a like standoff situation on like what these offers are going to look like from the orgs and the buyouts. That's why everybody's stuck. That's all. The whole point I'm trying to demonstrate in this conversation is that it's become very complex as we thought. There are some twists and turns, and these orgs, someone is going to blink, and I'm not sure who is going to blink first. I think it's going to be Toronto, to be honest. I think Toronto's going to look at this like, you know what? It is what it is. Like, we have an opportunity to potentially make the second best team next year. Just how this has worked out for us. You know, you can argue it depends on kind of what Thieves are. They're going to, you know, kind of be in that mix. And like, fuck it, let's send it. And if we only get a year of it, so be it. We figure it out next year.
Maybe you're right. I don't see any of these teams
oh my God, they just lined up.
letting a BZ or anybody sign a 1-year deal and giving them that type of freedom.
I mean, I wouldn't either, but like, you may not have a fucking choice, unfortunately. Like, it's just kind of how it might play out.
Or like, what I can see happening is Ultra offers a 1+1, and the +1 is so overblown that they don't want to pay it, like to where they're gonna have to pay it and just bite the bullet, or let them go. I just don't. 1-year deal is not going to happen.
If I am a CDL player and I think I am like not delusionally, but if I think I'm like very talented, right? I'm also a level player. I've been all-star team. The 2-year deals, unless it is fully guaranteed, is a fucking mirage.
Bro, hold on. I also know Ultra, bro. They'll go get crazed on a 3-year deal before they let a BZ sign a 1-year deal. Like, they're not going to let that happen, bro.
So then you run a situation. If I'm Joe, it's like, do I then? Now I don't have a team that I like. So what the fuck am I doing here? I'm gonna try and force my way out.
Sorry, Joe.
Like, this is why it's in a bit of a weird. This is why I thought this Rostermania would be fun, because I actually think it's just turned into like a bunch of really good situations, and like it's like a very open decision-making tree that can go on right now. This could go in a lot of different ways.
He's liking this discussion, guys. Let's keep it going.
Joe's liking it?
Is he?
Yeah, he says very entertaining.
I'm glad we're providing entertainment to Joe.
Yo, I will say this: if a BZ can get a 1-year deal, he's absolutely caked it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
for him. I mean, there's nothing better than something like that for a player like that.
I mean, it just depends what Toronto would want to do, because a 1-year deal is great. Like, you have the extreme leverage if they want to really win now, because then they have to do a super full rebuild after this year.
Bro, super full, and that's the thing,
like,
Ben.
from zero.
Ben, let's use someone like Craze for example. Everyone's high on Craze. If Ultra can get Craze for 2 years, for example, 3 years, instead of a BZ, and they know they're gonna lose Joe next year, I'd be like, hey Joe, listen, man, you're playing with Craze this year, and then we can revisit it. If you think Ultra's about to lose a full 4-man team, because then what? Then Draws 2 gets a 1-year deal. The whole team's on a 1-year deal, and Ultra has 0 players next year. There's no way, Ben. I understand what you're saying, and obviously in a perfect world for the player, that is ideal. But there's no way they shoot themselves in the foot like that.
Well, no, the issue is like the player isn't going to get paid a lot for a 1-year deal. Like, the org's not dumb. It's either you get paid a lot and sign a 2, or you sign a 1 and you don't get paid shit.
You're okay. So you're running into the cyclical problem of like, who is going to blink first in this situation? is it the players, to your point of like, fuck it, I'll just sign that 2-year deal and we figure it out? Or are the players going to hold the line as long as possible and having max flexibility for next year? This is like where this is, again, gotten interesting because I just don't know who in this battle is going to win out. To your point about Toronto, they usually win in these situations, usually, right? Last year they lost to Ernie, like Ernie and Envoy forced their way out, right? And it didn't really exactly work out for Toronto. It didn't really, you know what I'm saying? Like they won 0 events. Sure, they outplaced fucking these at champs, but like at what cost? You know what I'm saying? Like neither team did shit last year, you know? And you can argue Toronto had the biggest fumble of all time, although I would argue that the minute that you fucking and Hector figured it out, it was GG's anyway. I just don't know what's going to happen in this one, and it may drag out because the players kind of, you know, have to fucking decide, and they may drag this out another 2 weeks to see what happens.
Bro, the thing is, Abizi has leverage, but so do teams like Thieves and Ultra if Abizi wants to play there. Like, if let's say if he's not going to sign, let's say Thieves and Ultra only want to offer him a 2-year deal. Like, they're not going to let him sign a 1 year. What does he do, Ben? Does he sign to one of those teams, or does he go to a team like Falcons for money and that's it? What do you think?
If I'm him, you need to create leverage going the other way. So at that point, I'm trying to figure out, even if I don't want to go there, what is the theoretical best team that can make on Falcons and Gentlemates, make a banger, and make it be known that I can have that banger out there and get Toronto nervous. So you got to figure out how to create leverage for yourself.
Of course,
to
but
try
can
and
he
move the
do
needle
that?
there.
Like, can he form a full brand new team like that? And for what it's worth, I think every free agent's going to try and get a Vegas offer just to see the number. By the way, like I think every single player that's free or restricted wants a Vegas offer. So 1, test the waters and see what it is, and 2, use that to other orgs and be like, well, Vegas is going to give me this. In which, if I'm the org, I'd be like, I don't give a fuck what Vegas is going to give you. Go ahead.
I know, but that's why I think Gentlemates is an interesting thing, because I just don't know. They're going to keep getting used in this Rostermania.
Gentlemates
really
is an underrated org, bro. I was watching Kismet get 3-0, tweet GGs, and get 5,000 likes with "We love you."
Yeah,
Let's
no,
go.
their brand shit's insane. They just like
Gentlemates win.
Gentlemates just don't have anything right
to build around right now.
Yeah, they just have nothing to build around. They have money, which is great, and a really supportive fan base, but if they had a player, like if they had a Joe or a Rencor, like people would be going to Gentlemates because they have a great player and they have insane juice. So let's just like Optic, but France.
So I'm gonna give you like the scenario, which is why they have a problem, right? Let's assume that, for the sake of the scenario, that like let's say that Tyler, Kleenex, and Zach wake up this morning and like, you know, let's team together. Okay. That sounds like a great core for Gentlemates. You know what the fucking problem with that is you can build the exact same team on FaZe probably for the same amount of money. And there's like a lot of player comps and 2s or 3s that you can build. And you're going to run into this problem where like FaZe helps the line in Gentlemates because they have simps. So like that is where Gentlemates is this, like, I don't really, unless they all like pay way above market rate, which they won't, like they're just going to have to wait, unfortunately, with how it breaks out. There's just no way that they can push out in front of Thieves or FaZe in those situations.
Yo, am I crazy to think that Ultra would deal Joe?
For what?
For money.
Depends how much.
It'd have to be a lot. You know how Toronto is, bro. Like,
yeah, I know how Toronto is. And if I know I'm losing that player next year for free, and I'm getting offered 100 plus right now for him, and I trust my staff to always build rosters that compete, you consider it.
If anyone who's watching this stream knows of what, because clearly it seems like there's been some offers. If anyone knows,
I don't think they'll be able to do that.
If anyone knows what the dollar amounts would be, I'd be very curious, because that'll answer the question of like how, or like what people have actually been trying to buy Joe for.
I don't think.
I mean, okay.
I would be able to field the roster. That's
Vegas is different. In the past, honestly, I can see Gentlemates throwing in a big buyout number, to be honest. That's like the only 2 that I could see throwing like an actual big buyout number. Once again, I don't think FaZe is going to pay something crazy. I don't think Thieves are going to pay anything crazy.
KP says he got $30.
100K. Yeah, I mean, 100K isn't. Well, yeah, 100K isn't a lot, Zen.
I'll say it's whatever. I think
100K isn't a lot.
It is not a lot.
I think in the current market, it's a lot.
You can't even pay one player's salary on your team for 100K.
Yeah, but it's
unless
not.
You're just getting straight challengers.
Yeah, but
players.
It's not really about that. It's that's just the market. It's a lot right now. Like, yeah,
not
3
really, but
3 years ago you were asking for 350 plus.
Like, it doesn't even matter. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather keep Joe and actually have a chance of winning than just pick up 4 challenger players for the minimum 50K. And like, unless you plan on dropping hella cash when the Hydra Simp scrap sweepstakes are up after next season.
I don't expect Ultra to be in like among one of those teams that's paying crazy cash. Like, you know, they did for a while. I don't see them being one of those teams anymore.
Yeah. Which is why their best,
especially now with Vegas and
trying to
Gentleman's
sign other players right now. That's like their best play for the future of the org.
I agree with you, but I don't know. I just think it's something to think about. Like, I think of all players, Joe is dealable for the right deal. I fear Scrap's not going back to Ultra in any way. Hell no, Scrap's not going back to Ultra.
Yeah, nah. Definitely not. After he's roasting about the parking situation and the parking tickets. Is that true, Zen?
I have no idea. I used to walk there. 5-minute walk.
No, they're giving their own players parking tickets. That would be insane.
Renegade to FaZe? Yeah, bro. What if teams just start picking up the Halo gods?
They're like, fucking, they're cracked.
I don't think
guys, I think Halo starts at 1 p.m.
We'll see
Central,
how
guys.
goes along. But at the moment, I don't think any of those Halo guys are in the mix. I still think if you're like the Optic guys though, like this is just a business thing's in. Like if I'm the Optic Halo players, there could be a really good opportunity to create a really compelling story around those guys sticking together and playing like the first Challengers event and telling a cool story around it. You know what I'm saying? And like them being able to go to market on said story and seeing what's out there. Yeah, and seeing if there's real interest in someone wanting to help fund that or, you know, be a part of telling that story. But I think if they're going to join a team, it's going to be after the first event.
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest name from Halo is Legend. So, listen, if I'm one of the lower tier teams, I'm taking the risk trying to get Legend. Especially Gentleman. Gentleman makes way too much sense to get him.
Why is he French?
Get a decent squad. Yeah. He's French. He's 21. Lock him down for a couple seasons. Develop him. Have a good coach. Have a good fucking other players. He's probably going to start off a little rough. He has the mechanical skills. Just actually
yo, Chad, good morning. Yo, guys, let me get a W spam. Good morning, guys. We got 2,300 people in here. We got the Optic Halo watch party.
The other problem with the Halo guys
Seth is getting on at some point soon.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hoodie would have gifted. Thank you, bro. So me and him will be posted up watching some Optic Halo Championship Sunday. Right now, we're just shooting the shit, talking Rostermania with Ben attached.
I'm pretty sure it's like right
end of October.
The game drops or after?
Yeah, before the game drops.
Yeah.
There's the FaZe event, and there's Champs, I think. Last two events after this.
I still can't believe the trio splitting up. Yeah, I was reading Reddit last night. Yo, I've been a big Reddit guy recently. Not even just for COD comp, just like other stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how awesome Reddit actually was when they aren't on your head top. But I've been keeping up with Reddit like full time, COD comp, everything. There was a good post. It's like, bro, the thing with the FaZe situation is FaZe is kind of like rebuilding from the ground up with no core besides Simp. And the rest of the players are going to like actual teams. You know what I'm saying?
You're really assuming that Zach's not coming. I would not discount draws are coming back.
No,
what's worth.
I don't either. Once again, if I'm FaZe, I think you have to keep one person besides Simp. Whether that be a BZ, Draws, Cell, like
agreed.
I think you have to keep a second player to at least keep some type of core there. Because it's still the Atlanta FaZe core, bro. Like, you shouldn't just lose 3 of that Goliath team.
No, I think, listen,
because then you're throwing darts at the wall, bro. Like, yes, hypothetically, Abuza, 04, and Rencor is a good roster, but there's no way to fucking tell how that roster performs next year. In a Black Ops 6 game, hell yeah, that's a good team. But you truly don't know. That's why you want to have at least some sense of, like, reliability in, like, a 2-man core, in my opinion. Big Giggles, welcome back for 21. Appreciate you.
If you're FaZe and you keep Simp, that means next year, and let's say you keep Simp and Cellium, for example.
Yeah.
Next year, Joe's free, Hydra's free, Scrap's free. Granted, Optic might make some moves, so they might go there. But then it'd probably be FaZe right under that. It would be the next team to go to team with Simp and Cell. So even thinking long term, if FaZe is able to keep 2 good players, a lot of shit opens up.
I think if you're FaZe, again, can I give some business shape perspective?
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Can I give some business shape perspective? This is a really important season for FaZe, not just to like, can they move on from the trio or if it's a duo, whatever. They got to, as a business Atlanta FaZe, figure what's your hook going forward, right? Because if it's not, we're just a trio. We made what 4 roster changes in fucking 6 years type shit. Like, what's your other hook? as a business, they need to figure out like, is relocation really like going to work for us? Like, what are we going to do to be able to attract free agents when there may be other teams that are just going to be able to pay 10 or 15% more than what we're willing to do? Like, we got to have something else in our bag that entices people to come, other than just simping, all-time great player, assuming he stays after the season. Is it what I'm saying? Like, is it what is that hook? Something they got to
I
figure out as a
completely
business.
agree. I think they need to like have something else that draws people in, whether it's money, players, whatever it is. That's what they need to do. But other than that, no, I feel like that's how most teams need to think though, because you need something to compel people to want to join or work with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben. See, that's what I like about you. Like your business acumen is top tier. Like no one else in the COD scene has seen the behind the scenes things, really seen how these organizations or even companies work that put on these events, or the organizations that the behind the scenes, the negotiations. So I feel like when you give your take on stuff, people listen, and it just makes it so easy. Like you break it down so easily, so it's very digestible for even the people that aren't very familiar or knowledgeable about this topic.
I agree, though. I fucking agree.
Fucking beast.
No, you listen. I think this has been a good W call so far. I think these are the kind of Chad. The whole point of this conversation, these are the conversations we're having right now, are the same conversations Joey D's having with maybe Beezy, and like the front offices, the coach staff are having. I'm saying, like Crowder and RJ type shit. Like they're trying to figure out like us, like what is the best path.
I saw that on Reddit a lot. Is that like an actual thing?
What?
Like Coach Rostermania?
I think if there's the two spots where there might be Coach Rostermania, I think are the LAG situation, but that's already come to a head, right? Yeah. They've already moved forward on that.
Right.
And per Ronnie's reporting, it seems like Rocker may be also a spot that might be looking for a switch up there.
Well, I mean, Rocker, yeah. Listen, I'll coach a team. I only need to get paid. I'll do it cheap. I'll do $75K a year to coach a team, but I have to stream every scrim. That's my offer to teams.
What's your offer?
The teams only need to pay me $75 a year to coach. They have to be in Texas, or $75K a year to coach. I have to be in Texas, but I have to stream every single scrim.
Oh, what?
Except for S&Ds. I don't need to stream S&Ds.
I don't know if your team's agreeing with that, bro.
Yo.
Mr. fucking Nameless.
What's good, Ant?
No, dude, what you guys doing, man? Just yapping?
Oh, we're just yapping, talking about everything.
This is my favorite type of channel, dude. Just straight yapping.
Except now, like we're all young and in the channel in the morning.
Wheelhouse.
Instead of being here 2 p.m.
What's up,
Duo Ant?
What's up, Duo Ant?
Dude, facts still. Remember the late nights, 2 a.m. Same talks.
Calls. Wow.
Speaking of late nights, who's in my chat right now?
Who?
Mr. Jordan, aka Proof.
Oh, that's my guy right there.
That's your guy.
Football to start, dude.
Jordan Proofy Cannon.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to Jordan in like a week and a half or so.
All right, where's this convo at right now? What are we talking about?
Well, I just
Bruce
joined.
said I love Ant-Man. That's my bro.
My bro for life. Yo, we what came in here to bring up something that Bill did a couple weeks ago.
What?
Okay.
What's up?
I think you did a like top 30 talented players or something.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah. Are you gonna talk about Zinni wasn't in it?
Yep.
I mean, what did you guys base it off of? Like, you got like your opinion on playing against them, or like?
Yeah, I think it was mostly probably Donnie has opinion on playing against them. Yeah.
Don should not be on the list.
You don't think Don should be on the list?
No.
I feel like Don is like, obviously, he's not a winner. He's except for with me, I won him an event. So
that is facts. Wait, where were you on the list?
I was like 16, 17.
Yeah,
I was humble about it.
That's good. You were an elite sub.
Back in my heyday, but you don't think Don should be on it?
No, because there were players who were insane back in the day.
I think I needed an old head with us too. Like if we had like an older head, like an OG from like Black Ops 1 days, COD 4 days, it would have helped.
Yeah.
Like a Clay, like someone else. Because I think Don got a little too excited.
J-Cap would have been good in there.
No,
J-Cap would have been good.
You're throwing Don under the bus?
Oh no! I'm like, because I think Don's a shooter. I think Dom's a shooter. But what's a fair? You don't think he's on the list at all top 30? Because like
no,
he could shoot.
no,
Like
he's
an
not
AW, Dom was good.
He's not on the list. This is not a discussion. No way. There's so many elite, talented. I mean, Don was like I'm not hating on Don. Don was a hard kill, but like not that hard, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, if my parents fucked a few years earlier, I would have been on that list, guaranteed. You guys just don't understand because I was too high, but I would have been on that list.
Nah, yeah. If you weren't cooking up drugs in your kitchen, you would have been way.
It
higher
wasn't
on the
drugs.
list for
It
sure.
was dabs. Okay,
Yo,
I wouldn't call that drugs.
You know what's crazy? Your best game was deadass MW3s.
Like the OG one?
Yeah, you were nasty
Nah.
in that game.
Yeah.
Nah, it might have been Ghost.
Nah, no shot. You didn't play the whole year.
Well,
I did.
Could have, if you
AW is the one I didn't play all
You
year.
might have been good because you stopped playing after what, Philly?
Yeah, he didn't even
you
play
couldn't get a
Vector.
chance.
He didn't play Vector meta, so I can't even. I don't even.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Like it's a different game.
Vector was the best shit.
Ben, where's the roster scoop, bro?
Oh Jesus!
I mean, that's what we've been yapping about for fucking 2 hours.
What's the latest scoop, dude?
Everyone wants Joe, and Abizi is trying to go to Toronto with Joe.
It's just
I don't
it's
see
stuck
why
in
they don't just. I feel like this like sometimes the most obvious is what's gonna happen. Like that's just gonna happen.
it just kind of stopped. I'll be back in 1 second. Hold on.
Right? If you're Joe and Abizi, wouldn't you just try to become a duo?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Ben's
And it
whole
gets to the
thing
business
is
side
that
of it,
like,
yep. Break
bro.
it down, Zin.
Yeah, bro. I mean, Ben just thinks that Abizi's gonna get a 1-year deal, and that him and fucking Joe are gonna run off into the sunset together next year. And I'm like,
Well,
no
that's
team
not
is letting that
realistic.
happen, bro. Why would you like? If Ultra had to choose between getting Abe for 1 year or getting a different player for 2, depending on that player, they're probably going with 2 years. Like they're not just like they're not losing their 4-man roster next year.
Wait, Ultra has Joe signed, right?
Yeah,
Well,
for 1 more year.
1 more year, so he's free next
so
year.
so he kind of has leverage because like obviously Abizi's not going to be on FaZe again, right? So it's like if he wants to team with Joe, and if you're Abizi, then you sign a 2-year deal, and then they could go like they realistically could go grab like another AR as well. Like they'll probably
So
sign
they can
that guy.
they can still get like Kleenex. Because we
But
were saying like a
The
Kleenex.
best
this is
roster
the-
they
this
can
is
make
the-
right now is getting Draws and Ape and keeping Toby and putting him on flex.
Bro, because
That would be the best option.
Look, if you think like these orgs aren't dumb, like Ultra's not a dumb org. If I'm Ultra, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, yo, this is the offseason where I lock up the good players for years. You know what I mean? Like this isn't the offseason where I give somebody a 1 year. Like this is the offseason where
I just don't know
I'm
if they're
trying
willing to
clamp people
pay
up.
to like actually get players to sign the multiple year deals. Because ideally they get Joe to re-up and Toby to re-up, and then they have 2 more years of potentially Abizi, Joe, Toby, and maybe Draws.
Well, this is a good year to do it because they probably don't have Joe on like a fucking max contract yet.
No, they yeah.
No, but he's gonna want something
It's
though.
a decent.
But
it's decent.
but that's okay because you would like if you are trying to form a really good roster and you're gonna save money on Joe, and theoretically you could use like you could spend more money on Abizi and then assess from there depending on what you do this year in the CDO. You know what I mean? Because it's more realistic than like waiting for I don't know. I think you guys are talking about Hydra and Scrap becoming free.
And
Scrap's
my
not
boy
going back
Joe
to
Deceives in
Toronto.
the chat. Yo, I saw that EWC placement 3rd, and you're not a sub. That was cash, Joe.
Oh, I don't even think he subbed to me. He had to get gifted
What
to
the
mine.
fuck, Joe?
Maybe that means Toronto isn't paying him enough, so he doesn't even want to sub to
Damn,
people.
Joe, you can't even sub up.
No.
But
You
that's
can't even
egregious.
sub up, Joe.
no.
Unbelievable.
Damn, no. I mean, listen.
Nah,
I
but if
think
I'm
Joe.
Toronto, realistically, this is going to be the last chance for them to build a winning roster this
Yeah.
easily in a long
Yeah.
time. So this is the time to actually try to re-sign Joe, try to get a B. Like this is the last time you're ever going to be able to build
100%.
a top,
and they're going
top
to be
team
way more
easily.
expensive next offseason.
The only way they can do it again is if they pick up young talent, develop that, and then that becomes something, which takes a little bit usually. But to have a talented player that people want to play with is so valuable in COD that you have to just
And they
take this
got 2
opportunity
of
right
them.
now. Yeah, they have Kleenex and Joe.
yo, Flash would have
Wait, who's
gifted
their
Joe
AR
Deceives.
options,
Thank you.
Ben?
Uh,
You have any-
It would probably
For
be
the
Josh.
AR options for Toronto,
yeah.
I mean, just you got
Like
Draws.
Phoenix on it, on Flex,
You got-
and then what draws?
You got Draws, Kenny, Abuza.
Jamie.
Yeah,
if they
look,
bring him
there's an
back,
abundance
Runcorp.
of ARs. So it's like at some point you have leverage because you're going to be able to, let's say you sign Abizi, Joe, and Kleenex, right? And you pay Abizi. And you already have Joe and Kleenex. You pay Abizi. One of those ARs is gonna want to play with that team, and you're not gonna have to drop him as big of a bag. You know what I'm saying? So like Ultra has way more leverage than you're describing.
So, but then now you're running into the problem of like clearly FaZe and Thieves and a bunch of other teams want Joe, but if FaZe also got to sell Tyler to Toronto, so now you see where it's stuck, right?
Wait, why is it stuck?
Those things don't overlap with each other.
Well, if Simp doesn't
either
want to
Joe's
play,
staying and FaZe got to sell him,
if
or
FaZe don't want to keep
FaZe are buying
Simp
Joe.
if Simp and Abizi,
wait, hold on, yo.
If FaZe don't want to keep them together,
but you don't see why the situation's stuck.
Yo, this article says like Atlanta FaZe have also emerged as serious contenders. We know Joe and Abe want to play together. Do you think that means they're trying to do Simp, Abe, Joe, move Simp to flex, and then get an AR?
It all changes if that's what they want to do.
Is like I won't be surprised at some point.
That would be a great team.
At some point, there's a convo between Chris and Tyler about like running it back at least one more time.
I mean, that changes everything if they want to keep the duo.
Like, that then is a real problem.
Bro, I'm gonna go out and say it, bro. If I'm Atlanta FaZe, bro, I'm keeping the fucking duo together. I'm bro, like you can't lose 3 players if you're Atlanta FaZe. I'm so adamant on this.
No,
like,
I'd be keeping MC as well.
I think I keep the whole team the same, man.
Yeah, I'd probably replace Draws just because Draws' champs have been
you can't keep the trio together,
I'm just fucking around, bro.
Not the trio. You keep 2 of them at least, but not like they've just.
I think you run back to 3. It's the same problem as this year. So you got to try and keep. You
can get rid of one of the trio, but I don't mind keeping like an Abizi.
All right, Ben, who are you dropping if you pick one
on their team?
Yeah.
We know who Ben's dropping.
Yeah, I think to make the best team, it's Tyler. That puts Chris in the best spot. You laugh. You guys laugh. But that's the whole goal of this, bro.
No, it was just funny because Chad started saying.
I don't give a fuck what Chad says, bro. I don't give a flying fuck, bro. Like,
hell yeah.
I don't care, bro. The whole point of this Rostermania, if your FaZe, is to try and put Chris in a position where he can be back on his fucking bullshit. For too long and too many years, he has not been able to get back to the roaming Simp that we know from fucking Cold War. He's been drifting so far away from that. He needs to get back on his shit. And like that's a problem with him and Abizi clearly together. Like
it's something's preventing that. Neptune, or you're not getting Joe. If you're getting rid of only Abizi, like you're not getting Joe.
I think you're continuing to want to be like an S&D first squad. I think you go for 04. I think that makes the most sense to me.
I like 04. I'm high on 04.
No, I like 04, but it's just so lateral going from Abizi to 04.
No, I don't think so.
Well, if lateral is
on really good
being a top team and winning 2 events, like that's pretty
but
lateral.
But like saying lateral 04 to Abizi is not disrespect on 04.
Well, guys, if I'm being honest, and just so that like everyone knows my opinion, the reality is if you're offloading Abizi, I don't expect to get a player with the same like I think in a 1-for-1 trade, you guys say 04 is not as good as Abizi. I don't think they're going to get anybody as good as Abizi.
No, they're not.
Yeah, like, on paper, you can't.
Like, no matter who they get, impossible. Neptune, I don't care. Everyone's going to be like, Abizi has more upside. Abizi's the better player.
Yeah, for the most part, that's how it's going to be because it's fucking Abizi.
Exactly.
Yeah. I will say Tyler does need a rebound because statistically he had his worst year as a pro this year.
Abe will be fine.
Assuming your rebound
be good.
Ben is coming.
No, but I'm being real. Like this year was not the type of year that we normally see from him.
Yeah, no, but he was bad.
Oh, if he goes to a new team and he rebounds, it's a great move for them.
He was bad.
Oh man, he's a free kill. Where's he at on the top 30 all-time talent list?
I don't even know if he's on it.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
After the year you have,
master blowing this.
Man, what if we make a top 30 all time? Where are we putting Abizi?
I'm retired from top 30 lists, bro. I did one.
Oh, it's not so fucking easy, huh?
No, because I got bait and switch. Tommy said, "Yo, do one. I'll do one," and then he never did one.
Yeah,
and then I did one on the flank, and I got roasted. Joey D hated my fucking life. He was talking about fucking trajectory, and I'm never again doing that shit, bro.
He was bad.
I got bait and switch by Tommy, bro. He ran circles around me, dude. And I got set up.
Wait, yo, how
fucking Cam Cameltoe with a tier 1 for 30 months. Welcome back to Zed City.
How high is like the Heretics player stock?
Rancor's is very high.
Which players?
Rancor
Understandable.
could walk on like any team, but the
Rancor,
rest are,
in my
like,
opinion, is number
aren't
one
that high.
AR that you could possibly get. Like number one.
Rancor
I
is
don't
getting a
disagree
lot
with
of-
that. I think
lot
he
of
has
cred.
super transferable skills title to title. Like it's
Real's weird. I'm not sure where Real's stock. Like I feel like Real's stock isn't as high as it once was, but it's still good. But like, you
Real
know what I'm
stock
saying?
is-
Am I faded? Why is Heretics not just like jumping at the opportunity to lock this team up?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what is like? I would like be like, yo, guys, don't tweet anything. Like, we're gonna work this shit out.
You're super
We
faded.
got-
What? Am I Real take?
You got a Ghost of
I
Hope
think
tweet.
Real has
Ghost
good
of
stock,
tweet.
but not like he doesn't have crazy stock to go
There's just
walk
too
to
many
like a
good
Thieves
subs,
or a
bro.
FaZe.
Yeah,
What I'm
there's
saying,
a lot of
chat.
good subs. Like
We-
Real's
we
gonna
have-
be like
guys-
the second tier of subs that go.
We have a Ghost of Hope tweet. Source says LA Thieves are currently targeting a BZ, Joe Deceive, and Neptune to replace Envoy for the Black Ops 7 season.
Hey, who's Ghost you gonna replace with MC? I heard an offer got sent out. I saw a tweet.
I see
That's the
see
rumor.
Rancor, you know what I'm saying? Like, supposedly Zach.
Okay,
LA
LA
Zin.
Thieves.
Yo,
Zin, there's gonna be some series like if Celium joins that team where the other team just sits down and gets fucking DoorDash. Like there's gonna be some days where Hydra, Scrap, and Celium are just like
I'm
locked
just shooting.
and just shooting,
I-
and you just
I-
literally
Nah,
have
that-
no chance.
I don't
Like
think.
scrims, they're gonna be insane.
What right here though? I don't think LAT is gonna be able to. If they do get Celium, is also gonna get a BZ. There's no way FaZe just gives them a BZ and Celium, right?
Yeah, there's no fucking way. That's highway robbery.
well, no. Well, that's where it gets interesting because like
Like they ship a.
then
BZ
you
off
have to be
somewhere
paying
else.
a fuck ton because I don't think FaZe is taking like Dan or Dill.
Yeah, probably. Well, yeah, probably not. I mean,
Well, I mean,
depends on things.
think about their rumored roster. It's no one. It's Rencor, Abuza, and 04.
Yeah.
And 04 and Abuza are free.
Damn.
So why would you really want Envoy or Ghosty if that's who you want? So then it's like, okay, is Steve's going to pay a crazy buyout? And if not, why the fuck would we let Thieves become godlike for nothing?
Wow, what a time, bro. Rencor could wake up in a couple weeks and be teaming with Simp.
That guy's gross. That guy's fucking gross.
No, it's just like crazy, like rookie year, and then you're on a team with Simp.
FaZe can't do anything about Cell. That's correct. But they either, for BZ, they're going to want money or a player or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Cell to LA Thieves is just like given.
Yeah, but it's just like it's a similar problem to the FaZe thing. You gotta hope and pray that MC.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. And when it comes to this tweet,
hill.
it's probably true. But like, I feel like my dad could tweet this, and it's probably true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this to me is fucking obvious. Of course, they're having conversations with a BZ, Joe, and Neptune.
It's obvious because you've been around. To be fair, though, like you're a former player and you know how this shit works. So to be fair, you know what I'm saying? Like there are a lot of people that follow the
Wait,
scene.
Neptune's
like,
free, right?
yes,
all
everybody
of
on
that, all of
Vancouver's free.
Vancouver's free.
Neptune, Cell, Hydra, and Scrap seems super realistic. Just easy.
My only problem, they're replacing Dill with just.
I mean,
Bro, they're replacing Dill and they're running down sub, but again, like
the most viable, actual, like, attainable, like if Ultra's like, okay, sure, we're still high on Envoy, but we'll do Joe for Envoy and money. Like, I think that's a lot more likely than a
That
straight up
team would
buyout
be
for a
insane,
BZ.
bro.
That's the other part of Rostermania where it's like teams
They wanna
don't
make
want to
the
let
team
other
insane,
teams
yeah.
become godlike.
Yes, bro. You
Like-
can't give Joe to Thieves, dog.
Well,
Why are
Fucking
y'all not
Toronto did
talking
with
about where
Scrap and
Envoy or Ghosty land when Thieves change them out? Well, I don't think it's going to be FaZe. I could see maybe Ultra. And then it comes down to like Vegas and Gentlemates for me.
Yeah, I have no.
Yeah, huge
Gentlemen have no
1v1s, yes,
leverage.
huge
Gentlemen
1v1.
just have no leverage. They don't have any players.
Bro, the thing is, there are so many potentials right now. Like, bro, Draza. Like, Draza can kind of go anywhere.
Zach can go. Zach actually.
I mean, bro, if Draza and Scrap
Kinda-
didn't have beef, he'd probably be there already, bro.
I know.
yeah,
that's the
no,
best
Zach
case-
actually,
best
Zach
case
actually
scenario.
has weirdly a lot of leverage.
They need to squash their beef, bro. Like,
Bro,
I
they
know,
already tried.
but it's hard. It's hard though. Like, bro,
they
you know that
already
beef
tried to
is
squash
like.
the beef, and it hasn't been squashed yet.
two absolute.
But the problem with their shit is, it's like it's the kind of shit that they have to be willing to sit down and really be honest and apologize, like in a very meaningful way.
Sit down and be like, you trying to get
apologize
this
some
fucking
very-
cash, bro? Like, what's
Yeah,
wrong
but
with
they.
you?
I know, but like they,
What?
it's one thing if it's
That's
in-game
actually has to
shit.
happen.
It's one thing
Like
if it's in-game
deadass,
shit.
though?
Hold on. It's one thing if it's in-game shit and like affiliates like chirping, but this kind of like we're talking about kids, we're talking about girls, like it
job.
got,
I don't give
it
a
got
fuck,
ugly in
bro.
a meaningful way. Like,
Fuck.
yeah, but it got serious enough that like, if I were Zach, I totally understand Zach's position, bro. He brought my kid
I
in.
actually don't.
I know, but that's maybe part of the problem is like this is the part we don't know, obviously. Fucking stupid high school shit. Like how much did supposedly Thieves try to squash the beef? Was Scrap willing to like really apologize to him in a meaningful way? Because if he's not, and I'm Zach, I'm like, still fuck that guy.
How the fuck
You know
would
what I'm
we
saying?
know?
Like if he doesn't,
Yeah,
that's the problem. We don't
the depth
know.
of this.
That's the problem. We don't know. Because if I were Zach, like he's got to really apologize, bro. Like
Well, I feel like they
really
both have to,
apologize. And
no?
I gotta
Like,
apologize
they both
too,
have to
but
apologize. It's not just one or the other. Like they both
he's got
went crazy.
Bro.
it's
like,
levels
Scrap
of
is already, like,
apologies.
Scrap's over the beef as well as Draws. That's not over the beef.
Yeah, I don't think Zach's over the
Bro, I
beef.
would just add him to the group chat and say, listen, bro. I'd be like, listen, but I mean, I would say just look at the chat.
I just think it's deeper than this. Is one of those
I'm
ones I
just
think is
kidding,
deeper
bro.
than
I'm
Bro,
just
we're
kidding.
literally about to be.
I ain't making a
godlike,
joke.
bro,
It's just like, yeah. It's just like,
Nah,
No,
realistically,
you know who could get this beef squashed though? Deadass Paco.
You think so?
Yes,
How?
100%.
if you're Paco, what do you do?
Paco-
What do you
Paco
But
do?
is
I'm
the
texting
ringleader.
Draws. I'm convincing Scrap, and I'm texting Draws, and I'm like, "Yo, bro, listen, man, we would literally be godlike. Like everybody wants to team with Paco. That kid is
No,
insane.
yeah, everyone wants to team with
Nah,
Paco.
Bro,
Paco
I would just tell
Paco
Nade
runs
to
shit.
call. I think Nade could just fucking.
Or that, yeah.
Man, I'd be like, listen, bro. I understand. Like, I know.
and there would be
I know it,
a
but come
GA
on.
team dinners
come
for
on, bro.
girlfriends.
Yes, exactly. Like you can't bring your.
Listen,
brother and
honestly,
stuff.
all teams might need to start. There's been a lot of drama behind the scenes with teams and players'
Really?
girlfriends. All teams need a GA girlfriends at events.
You think girlfriend should be GA'd?
Oh, listen,
Well-
I don't want to expose anyone's shit, but there's been a lot.
There's been a
of
lot
drama
of
with
girlfriend
girlfriends.
issues in the CDL.
What's
a lot
wrong
of
with these guys,
no,
man?
on some real Dill
It's
shit.
bad.
A lot of teams have banned girls
It's
from
bad.
virtually every type of team fucking activity.
Sorry,
Like,
babe. You can't come to dinner. You
No,
drama
you
queen.
joke, but it's true. It is true. You joke, but that is what they have done.
I mean, it was
That's
like
awesome.
this back in the
That is
day,
what they
too.
have done. It, bro. It's how it is, dude.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I remember when Naga got a girlfriend, I knew we were chalked immediately. For the next day.
Yeah, he's not grinding anymore. No
I was
fucking
like,
way.
it's fucking chalk, dude. Same with Havoc. It's over with.
Oh, that's fucking
I was playing
awesome.
volleyball
Mouse
or
have
what? I remember
completely
that.
choked this, dude. I mean, Dill's right though. Like, there's been a lot of this shit, bro.
It's bad. It's
I just-
bad. All bad.
I mean, so what?
Donk 3K.
So Abeezy's the domino. We think Abe is gonna be the first like actual one to move the needle.
I think it's kind of a combination of a bunch of different things
Wait,
right
Ben,
now.
who do you think are like top 3 subs available?
That are what, like, available to move teams?
Like, yeah, like the
restricted
teams are going
included?
after. Yeah, restricted included. Yeah.
Real, Abeezy. I'm not counting Joe because I don't personally think they're gonna sell Joe. I think it would be Abeezy, Kleenex, and Real would be the top
You don't
three.
think 04 and Nep are in that? They had.
Oh, 04 and Nep are in the mix.
But we
Mm.
haven't heard shit about Nep yet.
There's no way Real stock's higher than Nep.
No,
I
I,
mean,
true.
I think Nep and 04 have higher stock than Real right now, but Real still is high stock.
Yeah.
I think so, but I'm very curious that Nep really hasn't been linked to like seriously any of these teams though. Like, is it Thieves thing? Like, is he really their first option? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo,
I
that
think-
Abe
I-
kid was pretty good on Toronto.
I think Nep is ending up on like the LAG type situation here in a second. Like, I think he's just gonna miss out on all the like the big ones, and he's just gonna be on that next level of team. And that next level of team might still be really good. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's just in that spot below, at least for what the teams are looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fair. Well, Surge are fumble.
Come on over, cut some shapes.
Yeah, I must not know the full lore between Draza and Scrap.
I mean, when you bring
Yeah,
kids
it
in,
was
it
so
gets,
crazy.
when you bring my
it was
kids in,
just
it gets
so
weird.
personal, bro. It was just like girlfriends, and it was just
But
messy.
they were trying to get each other fired from jobs and shit.
It was like some shit that they used to do on SmackDown vs. Raw in 2009, but like this shit was actually real. Like it was.
Yo, a COD reality show would bang if like all
Yeah,
the behind
Gamer-
the scenes.
Gamer
bro, it would
Island?
be insane.
Gamer
Just
Island,
or
yeah, all the
even
pros and their
even
girlfriends.
just at the events too. They just following the teams around.
Dude, I think you'd be a good host of that show, though.
Yeah, I would be. I would be. I would get some good bait, some good. I'd be getting some good drama to start.
Welcome to Gamer Island. A hot new bombshell has entered. Ben J. Nassim.
Oh, that would be fun as fuck.
This shit's gonna linger for a while. These teams aren't gonna be done.
Yeah, bro. I want this shit. I'm torn between like wanting it to hurry up, and the thing is, as soon as one thing happens, it's gonna snowball. It's gonna happen so quick as soon as the first move gets made.
Well, the unrestricted free agents shit, teams aren't gonna want to sign them. Like, yeah, you're gonna have to pay them extra months and shit. Like,
bro, that's what makes it. If FaZe want 04, who's a free agent, that's what makes dealing a BZ difficult, because then you're only looking for money.
Yeah,
because you're
100%.
Because Rencore is it's not going to be a BZ for Rencore. The other two are free agents. There is no like actual seamless move for a BZ besides money and making another team godlike.
And hence, you see why things are very slow right now.
No, I mean I totally understand why it's slow, because like there's actually so much to think about, and I still think there are conversations that haven't happened yet that are probably going to happen.
Dude. All right, bro. I'm just gonna say this, and I'm committing to this statement. I wouldn't break the trio up, bro.
Like, you think all three of them should keep teaming together?
Yeah.
Yo.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
And who do you get, Ant?
I think you got. It depends on what you do. If you move Chris to a flex.
Wow, I keep the trio and get Rencore.
So who's running?
Yep,
so you're picking up a sub and you're dropping. Like, I'm confused. Are you dropping Zach in a situation?
Yeah, actually, I'm dropping Zach. I'm keeping the trio.
Or no, I'm keeping the trio. I'm trying to get Joe Deceive. I'm making Simpflex or something.
Yeah, I'll make Simpflex and I'll go try to grab an insane sub. Or if Rencore's available, then I get Rencore. Like, that's literally it.
Now, I don't know about the trio, but I'm like super adamant on FaZe needing to. Like keeping two. Once again, it's just such a toss up if it's a full. It's a brand new team rather than like a two-man change.
The only way I'm breaking the trio up.
Yo, Hugs, welcome back for 29. Thank you, bro.
Or Scrap. Or like
those
shots.
Those guys aren't going anywhere.
Okay, so then I'm keeping the fucking trio. And then you said Joe's got one more year on his deal, right?
But you're assuming.
We go get like Neptune or Encore song. End of this year, and we go grab Joe Deceives or fucking Paco.
Like, here's the thing: is like okay, just think this through logically, bro. Like,
thinking it through,
they would be sticking together if they wanted to play with each other. The reason it seems like it's kind of not sticking is because they're not really sure if they can run it back and win. So, like, I don't know how you reconcile those two things.
Have they told you this, or?
Well, what would be the logical reasons for them to go their separate ways right now?
I mean.
Just think it through.
On money.
It's not. There's no chance. ATL pays up there with the best of the fucking teams. I don't think that's a money thing. So what else is it?
I mean, if I'm other teams, like other big chip teams, I'm willing to spend this offseason if we can.
That's fine, but I don't think. But to your point, it's not about money. So then, what is it?
I mean, so it's a BZ and it's Draza. Well, Celium's obviously straight up free, right? So he's probably wanting to feel. Yeah, so he's probably.
Yo, Tim, welcome back for 21 months. Thank you, Tim.
Obviously, LA Thieves can probably offer a decent amount of cash as well. So it's like, I can field offers to get paid way.
We've talked about this. If like you're saying, like, if the difference is like 20, 30, 40, 50.
Well, the difference might be way more. We don't know.
Wait, between what?
Like, I don't know what Falcons is
offering. Are you saying you think it's about money? I'm just trying to understand.
I think it's a combo.
Because I think you've realized your pretzel logic to yourself here. You're just trying to.
I think it's a lot. I think it's money, and it's also like exploring options. The team isn't working. Like
so which gets back to what I said.
Do you think
we're just like chewing it for no reason.
They can be convinced to stay together at all?
If they think they could win together, which would be how they could also make money, then yes. But if they don't think that they can, they think like the way this year ended, like clearly the chemistry wasn't there. Maybe they think they can't win together, and just how it is.
But it still all depends on how things shake up, like where people can go. And it's like, if things don't shake up how you think they will, like if you're busy,
then you're like, oh, I had desperation want to run it back, and then it just doesn't work. Like 95 other fucking teams.
I think the conversation. Okay. There is a slight risk with Atlanta FaZe breaking up. Like,
yeah, there is.
Like they're always in the convo. They win 2 championships. Them all going their separate ways puts all of them at risk, despite probably who joins Thieves, who I think like will be in a similar boat. But bro, if Atlanta FaZe is getting 3 new players and Abizi goes to Toronto to play with Joe Deceives, like there's no way to know if they'll have that same level
And
of
that's
like
what I'm saying.
FaZe
Like,
trio
who's the driving
consistency.
force for this breakup? Because like if Chris is sitting there and then he looks and they go, okay, this is the team we could potentially get you, and it's like 0-4 up, whatever, and he's sitting there, he's like, fuck this. Like then I could see a world where the trio stays.
All
Like,
I'm
okay,
saying is,
Ben, my
what I
question
mean?
to
Like-
you is, do you think Simp, 0-4, Abuza, and Rencore is like a must change rather than keeping the trio together? Like, do you think that roster is like,
if
holy fuck, we
that
need that roster?
roster is a product of if the team, the trio of players who have had a very consistent floor for 6 years, don't want to play together. That is like,
Yeah, but
without crazy buyouts, because you still have to buy a Rencore to make that happen. Like that is a pretty good version of like making sort of your philosophy of FaZe, which has been like S&D first, kind of built from there around Chris being an MVP type squad, and they would be good. They wouldn't. I don't think their floor would be as high as their old team, but like that is still like whatever the best version you can get if you're not
Bro,
sticking.
it comes down to the game too, because bro, you just don't know. Like, yeah, the Vancouver guys had an insane year. Rencore had an insane year, and I still think these guys are going to be good. Don't get me twisted, bro. But there's the chance that Atlanta FaZe makes a 3-person change, and then they're like next year, like, oh fuck, we lost.
That's what happens when
we
the
lost
trio
to
breaks
BZ
up.
and Cell, and now
That's
and,
the
and
other.
now
That's the
fuck.
other side of it. But like once again, and I have said on stream, like I think a big reason why they struggled this year is because MC stopped getting his fucking ass in hill and stuns moving, and as people saw on Reddit, bro, statistically Tyler had a fucking dog shit season like that. You can keep running the trio, but if people are not going to work on those issues,
and no one believed you.
And I will also say Sim didn't play great the last 2 events either. He's not fucking scot-free in the situation either. Like they all fucking the way that they were trending and the way they were playing is not going to result in winning. I don't care, you know, with them it's like, yeah, you had the 3 events you won.
New players to actually play. They need to get a player that's a dominant respawn player.
You're not going to make outside of buying Hydra and Scrap, like there is not a team that you're going to make if you're ATL. The trio is breaking up. We got the same floor skilling. Like you just got to understand that the risk is going to be there. That is how this shit goes. You are now in the mix of.
But it's a really big risk. Like you go from a top 3 unanimous team to winning multiple, like winning multiple tournaments. But again, you're not listening.
You guys are like.
I'm hearing every word you're saying,
to what
bro.
I'm saying.
I'm saying it's just a risk. That's all I'm saying is it's a risk.
If the only thing I can think of at this point as to why these moves are happening is that they don't want to play together. There is no solution to that. There's no, we should come together one last time. If they don't want to play,
I agree with that.
That is how it goes.
That was like
it's just the condition.
This year was their last chance. Like, all right, because last year they were gonna make a change. Like, all right, fuck it, now we're sticking out. We're figuring our shit out.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. They won 2 events, but then they kind of just staggered off towards the end. Had a failure at Champs EWC.
Ronnie tweet.
So I think it's
me?
actually chalk now. Ronnie tweet.
Bro, I was saying this. The only thing that matters. The only thing that matters is performing at the
LAT targeting a BZ.
Okay. Go ahead, Zen.
Oh, I said the only thing that matters is the end of the season for every single team, which is why it's like Rostermania is always going to be crazy. Because, bro, if Thieves or FaZe, Tej just said, you guys just talk in circles. Tej, I have 3K viewers. You like, obviously we're talking in circles, bro. I'm gonna fucking talk in circles for as long as I possibly
Wait, what
can.
team are you joining, Tej?
Yeah, Tej join. Yeah, Tej join call.
At EWC, bro.
Tej join call.
Like for example, if FaZe won the first 3 or if Thieves won the first 3, bro, if you don't win the final 2, the final couple, it doesn't really matter. All teams have a bad taste in their mouth and they want to break up and they want to make roster changes.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what would be fucked? What would have been
the only thing about Atlanta FaZe, and Ben, I agree, if they don't want to play together, they should break up.
But
theoretically speaking, any new roster Atlanta FaZe is going to put together based on rumors is going to be worse than the current Atlanta FaZe roster.
Yeah. On paper, yeah.
But then but to the other side is like if we're trying to force people that don't want to play with each other, then as you can see in the last 2 events, like they finally got back-to-back dog shit. You know what I'm saying? They've avoided for 6 years, right? They have one bad event, the next event they fucking win or some shit. They finally have back-to-back dog shit. That could be your new normal. The floor is completely falling out now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
the players that are leaving Atlanta FaZe, I think are going to find themselves in like a more consistent, like proven circumstance than Atlanta FaZe will themselves. Is my point. When they lose a BZ
that's why you got to build a new core.
So you keep Simp and you're picking up 3 brand new players, and it's just a toss up. And maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but that's the risk.
I think Simp ends up in hell if they do that.
No, you listen, just don't. Well, you just don't keep the trio. Like that trio has to split no matter what. You cannot keep the trio.
All right, well, I'm keeping the duo.
Yes, you keep a duo. That's what I've been saying. You keep a duo, but you do not keep the trio because it's too far gone already. You can watch how they were playing. It's shocked.
I think of their existing roster, they need to try and figure out a way to keep 2 of those players. Whether that, I don't know what. Clearly, Chris is one of them, so I just don't know who the other player is. Other than that, to Zin's point, like, there's a risk where, it just doesn't work. And for FaZe, they have not made a midseason change in 6 years. They're going to be in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it may not work, and then after Major 1, you got to kind of figure it out. And that doesn't mean you can't win champs, because look at Optic this year, right? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, Atlanta FaZe will have a capable roster, but they're also going to let their players they're losing go form God squads.
Yeah, the problem is,
hold on. Hold on. The problem is 2 of them are free, so you have no fucking choice in the matter anyway. So you act like
Tyler would have given the T. Just go, Tyler.
Walk for free. 2 of their players on their squad are literally free agents. They can do whatever the fuck 100%, they want.
Which is why I'm saying,
if they want to go be UFC fighters, you
figure it out, fellas.
That, you know what I'm saying? If they're going to go in the octagon, what the fuck are you going to do about that? Abe is the one weird one, but my guess is at that point they just feel like it's just he needs to get into a different situation. And everybody going their separate ways is what's best for him. Which, looking statistically, now I played this season, would make a lot of sense. But at the end of the day, they're walking into more risk. It just is what it is.
If I'm Abe and I'm Chris, I'm sitting down on a call. Nobody's listening. I'm going, we got to finesse this offseason any way we can to where next year we can get on a team with Paco and Scrap. I don't know what we got to do. If you got to go to Toronto for a 1 year, wherever you get a 1 year, my contract's up in a year, dog. We're going to fucking do whatever we got to do this year. And the next year, that's where we're going, bro.
Well, as we'll always say, it's impossible to predict the future, and you never know. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all thought Joe was a good player last year. I don't think we realized how much Joe's stock would increase in the course of 12 months. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, he just never know how to end of last year, bro.
He was nasty, but he took a big step. He took a big step this year.
I feel like
he was good, but he was not this consistently good last year. You know what I'm saying?
I think he took that step at the last 2 events last year.
Listen, the one thing that gets lost in these Rostermania combos is everybody assumes that their prior ceiling is still their ceiling.
Yeah, but
people get better or worse.
This is a different level of player we're talking about. Like
I know, but people can get people can get better and worse. People can fall off. People can, dip and come back in form.
Listen, Abizi, Paco, Scrap, and Simp aren't falling off.
You just never. Like I said, everything is risky. It's an obvious kind of team to make next offseason, but as always, a lot can happen in 12 months.
A lot can happen.
You're saying I'm a bad GM? TJ, never mind.
Oh, shit. Tej, get in the call, Tej. Come on. Where you at?
You picked up Dylan Rex, bro. Don't talk to me, man.
Tej, I'll send you TS. Tej, if you want TS to work, I'll send you TS right now.
Bro,
I'll send you TS right now, Tej.
Bro, I'm not trying to be. He took a shot, bro. In terms of GM, that is the worst move of the season.
Come on, bro.
That is the worst move of the season.
You're an asshole, bro.
Bro, I walked up to Tej. It was in Dallas at Zin's fucking after party. I walked up to Tej. I said, "What's good, Fat Bob, my guy?" I said, "Listen, bro. Like, if you guys are making a roster change, there's a ton of players. We talked about. I'm not even gonna say. We talked about like 5-6 different people. Dylan Rex was not one of them. I don't know where that one came from.
I think I'm getting Brian St. Cheese for Dylan Rex pickup.
Wait, bro.
Brian St. Cheese?
Bro, hold on.
I think I'm getting Brian St. Cheese for that pickup.
Hold on. Yo, I kind of want to defend Dylan Rex. You can call me crazy. Bro, he was frying in challengers. Like, everyone was saying that guy deserved it.
A lot of people frying challengers.
Exactly, bro. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Like, and they took the risk on someone who was frying in challengers and it didn't go well. But, like, he was doing his thing in challengers. It's not like they picked up some guy who wasn't playing well.
I mean,
I was mind blown because when Dylan Rex got picked up, our analyst on C9 said Dylan Rex is going to be a constant 1.1 to 1.2, and I was like, wait, did they just pick up Scrap? Like constant 1.1 to 1.2?
I don't know. That guy. Wait,
hold on.
Leroy with a tier 1. Welcome to Zen City. Let's go, Leroy.
No, you can't say that. You got to expose now. Who said that?
On C9.
Who said that on C9?
The analyst, Arian.
No, I like Arian. There's no way. No.
Oh yeah, I had to get him for that. I said,
Constant
what?
1.2 is fucking crazy.
No, we were tripping.
I was like, this guy did they just pick up God? Like, what the fuck?
I mean,
bro. I mean, Dylan Rex was probably shitting his pants. Austin's like, why'd you try that? Austin's like, why the fuck did you try that, Dylan? And Dylan's like,
to start the year, TJ was really good. Austin was pretty good too. Like that team was not bad, bro. They fell off a fucking mountain.
Yeah, but Austin has said a lot of quotes that pretty much key into like what happened there, bro. It's just like they just never. Listen, you
get in the hill, bro.
There's a phrase I like to say. There's a saying I like to say: "Play stupid games, win stupid prizes."
Oh shit, Ben bars.
You actually just cooked. What the fuck?
That's bars.
Play
that
stupid games,
bro.
win stupid prizes.
Wait,
and Austin,
did you create
Wait,
that?
Ben literally.
No,
made that
I just stole. I stole that.
Oh,
but
you
like,
stole it? Fuck. That was
like.
Laura.
yeah, teach him out after that.
No, but like it just is what it is, bro. It is what it is. They just you play. You know, and Austin talked about how dated they were. Like if you're just not consistent in practice, not consistent in matches online or LAN, like you're just hard to get consistent
it
results.
really comes down to this, Ben.
Yeah.
Exactly, Dill. You beat me to
We've
it, bro.
seen the story. We've seen the story time and time again.
Bro, that guy literally has.
If you
voodoo
drop
dolls
Vivid,
or
you get worse. Even though like Vivid's been dropped by 6 of the 12 CDL teams, which is crazy. But like somehow you get worse with him. I don't know.
Bro, you just get worse every time, dog.
Yeah, Reese's Elmer.
We saw Rocker last year. Rocker got way worse. We saw it this year. Like I don't know. It's weird.
Dylan, what are you actually done? I'm curious what you guys think about the Rocker situation because it's like
what's good.
Rocker?
They have just whiffed now for so many years in a row.
Oh, Rocker's in hell.
How do you get out of the blendy, bro?
Rocker's gonna form a roster at the end of Rostermania with pieces that are left over.
Wait, is Kiz free agent?
Yeah, Kiz is. I think.
Listen, I'm getting Mamba Craze.
Ghost with a prime for 20. Welcome back. Thank you, Ghost.
Fuck it. Move.
That's good, but bro, I think.
And then I'll move Kiz to flex.
I see Craze and Mamba getting some offers. Like I don't know. I don't know what Falcons is gonna do. I can see one of them on Falcons.
Yeah, I mean I could too. But like Rocker's not a bad org. Like if they could come in and get those two with Kismet, I feel like that's a W.
The issue is because all those orgs like the C9s, the Rockers, the Carolinas, they all gotta wait because they're not gonna offer. They know they're not gonna get any top
Mamba
talent.
On Breach is nice.
Yeah, Mamba
on Breach. Yeah, Mamba
good.
on Breach would be. That's a good pickup on Breach with Snoop and
Yo,
Purge.
Jay,
This is where
Appreciate
LAG gets interesting because once the first fuck cup and dominoes go, them and Falcons, assuming Falcons don't also lock in early, they're like the most desirable situation. You know what I'm saying?
I want Mamba and Craze to team with Kismet. I feel like that's just like it's a good core.
Bro,
three.
Kiz had an insane EWC, like one of those EWCs
he's
where he's
nasty.
like, "There he is, there's Kiz."
You could tell this guy in Zinch has not watched COD this year.
Who?
What do you say?
He said Kiz on a flex? Question mark. Yeah, bro, that guy's actually insane
This
with
can
AR.
definitely run that fucking AR, bro.
He was so much better with AR in his hands this year.
Not wanting ball. We're just not knowing ball. It's all good.
Just no ball knowledge in chat.
Nah, yeah. I feel like the lower tier CDL teams are gonna have to pick up like 2 pros from this past season that did decent, and then probably 1 or 2 from challengers because I don't even know who else you really can get.
Actually, now that we're talking about Mamba Craze, I could see them going to Falcons too. Like
Yeah,
if some
I
of
mean,
the top
Falcons-
players want to go there.
I think
Bro,
one of them could go.
I mean, Falcons right now are probably just. I mean, they're going to be going for the top guys, but I think those top
just don't think
guys
they're
are
gonna
going to
have
take
success,
those
though.
numbers and they're going to go to
Yeah.
teams like Thieves and be like, "Well, Vegas is offering me
100%,
this,"
dude.
and then
Yeah.
Thieves is going to be
They're
like,
gonna be a
"Listen,
bargaining
bro."
chip.
Because they don't want as comprised they that's not the best chance.
What
to win
happens
for
to
them.
Exnit, bro? I like Exnit. I like his story, but if Vegas is trying to build if they're trying to bring players like, for example, a BZ or Celium, bro, those players are going to be like, "Come on, guys."
No, yeah, he might have. If they get those guys, he's gonna have to develop for like another year or so.
They're the chances
Not
of
really,
Falcons
yeah,
bringing a super team this Rostermania,
Is-
unless some shit changes, is very low.
Like I think Xnick can play in the league and on that team as well. But if they get the top like players like that, like if they're able to grab like a Celium or something,
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
it's gonna be a
think of your
caveat of
Xnet
him developing.
Is like this is like a good bulletin board fucking. If you really think you're gonna become him, is a good bulletin board fucking Rostermania. The disrespect from all these players not wanting to come and team with me, bro. Like
Wait, for
writing
who?
all these motherfucking names down, dude.
Wait,
Wait,
I'll
for who?
list.
wait, you think it's disrespectful for players like a BZ to not want to go play with Exnit?
I mean,
I'm saying if you're Xing, you feel disrespected.
Let me write
Wait,
down
I'm
Sully.
not
If I'm
saying-
Xing, I
Bro,
feel
Like, I
disrespected.
know that he
bro.
doesn't want to
If
team
I'm
with me, bro.
no.
Bro, you gotta apply
listen.
some common sense, bro.
You're hold on. You're not understanding what I'm saying. You're not understanding the thing. I'm not saying it from our perspective. I'm saying it from his perspective. If you're his perspective and you feel like these guys don't want to go team
Then
with
you're
me, they think I'm.
delusional. Why the fuck would you
Why
think
would a
Sully
BZ
wants
want
to
to go
play with you?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's just delusional then. Like, why would Exton think like that?
No, because I'm
Exton
sitting
hasn't
here
done
and I'm
anything
like,
to
look, you
prove
know,
that
fuck.
these players should
I'm-
team with him.
I'm
and he's
like-
a smart
I'm like,
guy,
you
so
know-
he knows that.
I'm
Yeah,
like, you
he's
know what?
smart guy.
Fuck
Bro.
these guys. Like,
Oh, I mean,
this is
yeah,
my
bro.
breakout year, and then they're gonna all come crying, wanting to play with me in the offseason,
No,
bro.
they're-
Like,
Well, yo, hopefully he's right, but bro, he still has to develop. He still has a language
Yeah.
barrier he needs to improve on. He
Yeah.
still needs to
No,
become
100%.
accustomed to like
that's why he's
correct play
developmental
style.
project. I agree.
But he's still in like a development phase, and he had an incredible first year. But players like Abisi aren't gonna be like, yeah, I want to play with Exton right now.
Yeah, no shit. I am not disagreeing with you. I'm saying you got to look at it through his lens. It's not through our lens.
Yeah, bro, you use it as ambition, as fucking
That's exactly what I
to
said.
propel you
Exactly what I
forward.
said.
But
You guys just
that's the
freaked out because you
reality.
didn't understand what I was trying to fucking
Nah.
say. And I'm sitting here like, bro, what?
Nah,
Yeah,
that
I
was
mean,
kinda
whatever
brain dead.
you can
Anyways,
use to juice yourself
yo,
up,
listen,
then
you know
yeah.
who should
Exactly
actually
what
be
I was trying to
disrespected? Who should actually be disrespected?
ooh,
Fred.
Yeah,
AG?
low key, he should be.
No,
He should
yo,
feel
Fred,
kind
bro.
of
has,
respected.
Fred
Yeah.
More
was
of
a
that.
top sub and has unlimited funds on his team.
Yeah, he's like, you
And
guys
they're
don't
not
wanna
even like a
fucking
top
come
spot
here?
in Rostermania yet.
Yeah,
Well, no,
no,
AG
that's
nothing
facts.
about Falcons.
That's facts.
well,
That
no,
Fred should be the
they're gonna
one
get a good
that's
ass team.
disrespected.
No,
No, they're
AG,
going to get a good ass team.
no,
but
AG
it's
with
not
the
gonna
right
be-
team around him is like one of
He's
the best
still good.
players in the game, bro. He's
Yeah,
S
he's
tier.
still
Like
good.
But I'm
he's
saying
S tier
You
SMG
would think
capability.
Falcons would be at the top of the order, and they're not.
I mean, bro, not above a team like Thieves.
If
Or
he
like,
had, no, Dylan, if he had one more, like, if he had another person with him, yeah, like, you know what I mean, like a duo. It's just hard when you're just like,
he's solo,
just
so
you.
you need to
Yeah.
fill a brand new team.
dude. Sib and Pred just need to team together,
You
Bro,
think that's what
because
it is?
Sib is still an S tier player, like talent wise, maybe not. Like, I don't know.
I don't
it's
know.
just hard
I
after.
don't
He's
know
still
if they
S
should
tier
team together,
talent,
man.
bro, and he just like his year was ass, bro.
Bro, well, it's also
oof.
recency bias, bro. Because think about it, we all know AG's capability, but right now it's like, oh shit, Joe Deceives is the hot new player to play with. Then Hydra and Scrap are over there, so I don't think he's necessarily being disrespected. It's just like recently, like players like Joe have shown more.
So do you?
I know, but-
The only problem with this. Go ahead and finish your thoughts in.
that
Finish
was
that
it.
in.
I'm just saying, like players like the Pred and the Sib are like they're just such good talents. And it's like it's just is Sib on a +1.
well,
Is he still contracted?
Yeah, he is. He's
I
still
think so.
contracted.
Go
The
Fry,
only
agree with
Dude,
that.
problem-
they're not letting him go for no way.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
only problem is like
Bro, put Kismet
A-
with AG, and AG will go ballistic.
Yeah,
Ballistic, bro.
that would
That's
be
a
a
good
really
combo.
good matchup.
Kismet would fucking enable AG to a whole new level.
Yeah, because I mean it's literally the same thing with Hydra. Like Kismet and Hydra have like not Kismet and Hydra. Hydra and Pred have like the same.
Yeah, but
Roman
S&D though,
playstyle.
Dill. But in S&D, like Hydra's significantly.
Yo, Teach said,
better.
yeah, that's an
Yeah.
insane duo. I want to see that duo.
Wait, who did?
That's what Teach said.
Wait, T
Wait.
said Kismet and Pred are dog shit. No fucking way, T.
no way. We're cutting
No
promos.
way. I hope the Bulldog hears about this.
Where do we want to see Teach go? Oh, let's talk about Teach, bro.
Teach is
I
gonna end
wanna-
up on like one of like the teams that's like forming their roster like once Rostermania
Listen,
is
Teach
like
Ray
I
Real,
want
really
to see
taking
Teach
place.
with Estriel, bro. I want
Teach
to
and
see him with
Estriel,
Estriel.
Teach and Estriel, Teach and Real. That's what I want
Yes,
to see.
I want to see Teach and Estriel.
Tej Estre. Nah, yeah, I like a Tej and Real shot. I like that. The
I want
shout.
to see that. Teach with like a run it down sub making fucking W plays. That's the fucking good combo thing. And that way,
I want to
that
see
way
Teach
he
and
can-
Craze together, bro.
Because that's when Teach does best, bro. In S&D, then he can get on his bullshit roam, fucking work his picks, and like be impactful every round. Like
I want to
that's the
see
kind of shit you
Teach.
need
I
to
want
get
to see
into.
Teach and
That's
Craze
comedy.
together, bro.
I mean,
Teach
that's
Craze?
another good combo. I like
I
that
like
too.
that.
Absolutely love that.
I get TJ, but it depends what org. Like, I wonder what org is because TJ has to have all like the.
Bro,
What,
think
the
bro. Surge also
C9s, the
needs a fresh four.
Rockers?
Gentlemates needs a fresh
Nah,
four. Like,
Surge-
bro,
yeah,
there are
fresh
teams.
four,
Listen,
yeah.
If I'm a player like that, I'm trying to get on. I'm begging to get on Gentlemates.
Yeah, I'm begging
100%.
to team with Teach. 100% begging to team with Teach.
Get on
Sit there.
Gentlemates.
We
you
gotta get
a
him on the
good-
team,
You get a
Bill.
good salary, and you know that they can pay other people as well to build a solid
I don't,
roster.
I don't know, bro. Gotaga's pretty blunt. I'd be like, what?
Uh-oh,
That
wait,
guy's a
you
fat
guys-
ass.
wait. Wait, are
Can't
you
get
guys
shit
seeing
on
this?
Wakataga
Are you
watching,
guys
bro.
seeing this right now?
Yo, this
In the
guy's playing for
TeamSpeak?
kills, bro. Oh yeah, see above us. That is
Holy
Intel
shit.
screenshot.
Holy shit! Someone screenshot it.
Wait, screenshot what?
Right above us. It's fucking.
Look at the team
That's
speak, bro.
wild.
Not on stream though. Holy shit! Should we join?
You guys are idiots. You guys
Like
are idiots, bro.
why is Shotzi in there though?
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
Interesting. Looks like we actually are starting the pod.
Yo,
Rad-
Radu
Yo,
with
you should
1,000
go in there and
bits.
see what
Thank you
happens.
so much, bro. I appreciate you.
Nah, I'm good. Ben, you
You're
should
on
go.
this-
Ben,
Hell
you're,
no. I'm being
you're
told to get the
honorary
fuck
Teamwork
out.
is key, 100%,
I'm
bro.
being told to get the fuck out, bro.
like if it was like Shotzi and Hector talking, I would join up, but like it's not.
Yeah. I
Wait,
feel me
but
told to fuck
why
off.
why do GMs have access to this TeamSpeak? Ben, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Didn't think I'd see the Rocker GM in here ever.
That's crazy.
Damn, man. I just want shit to start popping off. You know,
I
Otaga is
mean-
hilarious. You'd be like, wow, these guys are terrible.
Yeah.
And then
Nah,
he'll
I
just
fuck with
fucking
Otaga. I
he'll
fuck
laugh
with
at them and be
Otaga.
like, "We also lost the P4."
bro, you see that one dude from Gentlemates when he was like, someone was like, D-Real was saying he could have went and coached Thieves or Optic. He just looked at the camera like this and just looked down.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Bro, someone in Gentlemates, I think he's in Gentlemates or something. There was chat was like, D-Real was saying he could have went to Thieves or Optic, and then the guy looked at the camera like this. He just went and then just
Hell
looked
no.
back at his screen.
Nah,
She was
Otaga
hilarious.
is fucking comedy.
Nah, we
dude.
need people like that in the city. Everyone's like, no, don't roast your players. Nah, fuck that. If I'm paying over $1 million for a team,
No way they
Fuck
were
that.
dishing that out, right?
I mean, they paid buyouts too.
No, I think
so who
Gentlemates
knows?
actually got unlucky first year. No bullshit.
Yeah, I
'Cause,
mean their team
bro,
should have been good. They got
bro.
3/4 of a championship
Yeah,
team.
bro,
Whoa, whoa,
Linz
whoa,
and Kiz.
whoa,
No,
whoa.
no,
We don't
no,
do that.
no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
bullshit.
no.
No,
we knew that
Yes,
team
you
was not gonna be
are,
good.
because everyone was high on Linz. No one could have expected Linz to turn off.
Bro, we didn't expect it to be that fucking bad, Ben. What?
Bro,
that team was
You
not that
guys
bad.
clearly did not listen to either Scrap Time or the Fling.
Oh, dude, Ben is
my take
annoying
age-
as hell,
My take
bro.
aged perfectly about this team, bro. I was like, listen, there's just no chance that this team is fucking good online. They're just trying to assume that the run back with fucking Linz and fucking instead of Paco was going to work. And then maybe they're good on land, but it's just a really risky combo. And you know what happened? It didn't fucking work. They got slammed since the beginning of the game.
Bro, even
yeah,
Dan
yeah.
is
Fox.
saying, are we saying the original LAG was gonna be good? They're so baked. Like that was.
Man, we
off
didn't think
the
they were
board.
gonna
You
be
could go back.
fucking
Nah,
god
no,
awful.
no.
Bro,
They
Linz
were
and
really
Kismet-
good.
talking about the
Bro,
team. I
bro,
was
at
pretty
that
impressed.
time, Linz and Kismet was a solid SMG duo to
Yeah,
have
it
on
was
your
solid
team.
duo. It was a decent
Nah,
team.
Anyone
I-
who knows ball,
No
knew
one
they
was
were gonna
expecting
be
them
ass.
to win, bro. But
I will say this. I talked
But they were
to
gonna be a bottom.
many of
8
people
through
that
12.
had like new Linz, and they were like, I just don't know. Based on his shortcomings as a player, this is not going to work. And what do you know?
I
it
mean,
didn't
I
work.
think the hope was that teaming with those guys, Linz would develop into a better player.
And I'll say
it
this:
just,
I
like,
actually think
didn't happen.
LAG completely dropped the ball, because if they had talked to anyone on Minnesota
Also,
Rocker, I
nobody
think they
could
would
guess
have
Skies would.
they
fall
would have
off
made a
like
different fucking decision, bro. Which is actually the lesson they need to learn is they need to do it. If management is going to like drive these roster changes, you got to get full information.
Bro, that
from
team
people.
needed like a Sib or someone. Like they needed just a fucking absolute
Bro, they
slayer
were
on their
hard to
roster.
evaluate because, like, Zen, coming into the year, we had no idea if Priesta was ass or not because that team was so fucking bad the year before. And then, like, Linz, we thought he developed with Kismet.
Jay
you know what I mean? And then it's
Lito.
like Caesar
Welcome
fell
back,
off.
kid.
So that was just a hard team to gauge. There's like no way you could accurately predict what the fuck they were gonna do.
I mean, they
Yeah,
also
but you-
tried to get Hydra in them, so it's not like
Well,
they
yeah,
weren't
that's
trying.
why-
It was
that's
just
why they
like,
got fucked over. If they won that sweepstakes, of course the team would have been great. But then once they didn't,
wow,
it
Hydra
was
would have
shocking.
20K viewers
Then they
every day.
just went for they went for
Yo, Hydra would be
They'd have
huge.
billboards in Paris with Hydra's face on them.
Hell
they
yeah.
went for Team
Statues.
Paco, and instead they were fucking an irrelevant team.
Well,
All
that's the issue with coming into the CDL. If, like, of course, you want the best players, but when you don't get the best players,
Listen, I'll tell you,
It's a waste of cash for the rest.
I have talked to a lot of people about the situation. LAG management royally fucked up in making that team. They did not do a properly good job of evaluating the situation they were in once they didn't get Scrap and Paco and making the right decision. There were steps they didn't take. They should have taken, and they would have made a different decision if they did.
Bro,
It's just a learning lesson. They're a new organ in the scene. They had some preconditions because they had been in COD before. Some of those guys have formerly competed. They thought they knew what they were doing.
Nah, but
Well, they also
they
want-
made some
only
killer
having
mistakes. It
value-
happens.
at
well,
the
they
end of
also
the year,
wanted
the
the
only
French
value
guy,
that-
bro. They wanted, like, bro, Linz at that time had a lot of potential. Maybe he
Yo.
still does. I haven't watched him play in a while,
Yo,
but Linz had a lot
yo.
of potential, and he's French. Like it made sense.
If they had talked to anybody on rocker, do you think that they would have made the same
White
decision?
dog shit. Welcome back for 13. Appreciate you, bro.
Well, I would say I feel like they probably did. The thing is, they just general mates just needed like a French player on their team.
Yeah, see, that was a mistake. Because it's like I don't think the risk
So
was
Ben, you
worth
say
it.
they didn't get unlucky at all?
No, they made a real risky team.
Bro, they're not
Been a
picking
very
up
risky
the
team.
old 3 and then just assuming Alin's is turning into Hydra. Like that's
Well, I don't think they're
insane.
I don't know if they were like going to win championships, but them being as bad as they were, I think it's a little.
I think it was an easy read. That team was.
I don't think they were going to be
very
as bad
risky
as they
Like
were,
the only
but
value they have remaining on their team is Kismet. Like that is unlucky, bro.
No, it's they knew I again talked about this on the flank when it happened.
No, Dan. Dan said my intel has come from Ghosts of Hope and Ronnie Intel.
No.
Oh no, not like
Wait,
this.
Dan Toasty or Dan Liddy?
Dan Toasty. Yo, I never heard that. Dan Toasty.
Dan Toasty.
Wait, what's up with him, huh? Where's he gonna go?
I mean,
if he's actually not on LAT, I think
be on a
he's
solid
reason
team.
for a Falcon.
Listen, if I'm Dan, I'm on fucking revenge tour this year, bro. I'm on fucking revenge tour. I'm thinking he's fucking revenge tour.
Disrespected if he's not on the team.
Dan. If I'm Dan, I'm fucking. This is the fucking absolute fucking cinema storyline, bro.
Toronto and Falcons make too much sense for Dan.
Dude,
if he's on LAT.
I don't know if him and AG is a good combo though.
I think it's the perfect combo.
Wait, what's the right combo for AG in your opinion, Ben?
Yeah, I
don't know if I've heard you say him have a good.
Who do I think AG needs?
The only thing you say is AG should move to flex, and that's all you say. You don't say he's a good combo, but now, I like that. That's a good question, man.
Right?
Well, he needs a fast SMG. I think Kiz would be great with AG.
I think Kiz and AG is. I think AG needs people like that are just gonna set the culture and ethic that he can follow. That's why I like Kiz, because I know Kiz is just fucking.
I feel like Kiz, AG, Sib, and one's a solid team.
Sib, yeah, that team's nice.
The only problem with Dante is the last time they teamed, it like their ceiling floor was fucking insane. Like, yeah, they won, but they also got like 12th. Like,
bro, Dante still has. I mean, yeah, but like
they like.
That's just COD, bro. That's like.
Listen, my goal if I'm Falcons this year is the team I want to build. I want to see that team play on the weekends at events. It's going to be hard for us to build a team that's getting consistently third or whatever.
Ghosty, Sip, Fred, Kiz kind of goes crazy.
I want a team that like I can trust, can make a couple of Sundays.
Yeah, that team's nice, low key.
And we're not just playing fucking Fridays at fucking 3.
Hey, who just said that in your chat, Zen? That guy's ball. He knows ball, bro.
But someone said that in my chat too.
Yeah, bro. Ghosty, Sip, Fred, Kiz. That's a team right there, bro.
He said it in my chat too.
That's real.
But I think that's the thing. That's what it would be interesting to see Sib and Pred team together without having a Mac or Lamar. Because like Mac and Lamar obviously sacrifice their own game for the betterment of the team and to let those two shine. But I think Pred and Dante both need to fucking do a little bit more team oriented rather than just trying to run around and shoot shit. Like
otherwise, they're going to continue to. Otherwise, they're going to. Both of them. I mean, I hate to say it, both of them had their worst years as players this year. This was the bottom for them.
Who?
Hib and AG, these are their worst seasons, correct?
But they're fine, bro.
Who did you say, Ben?
Bro,
Ben, the people you want to see with him?
Ben, I agree with you, and maybe to the outside public, but players all like they still hold them in high regard. Like players, players still know, yo, if I team with Sib, this guy's gonna get kills. If I team with AG, this guy's gonna get kills. Like
it's just they're not in the S tier fucking team conversations like they were a couple of years ago. You know
well, that's because they're both locked on their
teams.
If they were free agents, they would be.
Yeah, I think Sib would be. I mean, yeah, 100%.
It's just because they don't want to. Teams don't want to go to those teams because it's just them. Like, what?
Yeah,
I think this. I think they'd still be held in high regard, but they'd be like, I think they'd be in like the Neptune situation with that Thieves rumor. Like you're just second or third on the bus.
If Sib were a duo, they would be an S tier duo right now in this offseason.
They'd be an A tier duo. I don't know about S tier duo.
I don't know if Pred and Sib were on Falcons. Yeah, that's
only
S tier duo.
There's only one S tier duo in Rostermania, and it's fucking Scrap and Paco, bro.
Sib
Everybody else is A tier, dude.
Sib or Ghosty, who would if you had to choose one? I mean, it just completely depends on what the team needs. Like that's like
it depends what the roster is.
Yep.
Because someone is gonna have
Dusty, welcome back for 27. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
Oh.
Like who are you taking between the two?
It just depends on the team.
It literally just
depends
on what you need, bro.
Like if you got like Celium, like I'm probably going Dan. I'm just gonna go Celium, just kill shit.
But you would do Salim and Dan over Salim and Sib?
Yeah, I would.
You're bugging.
Because if I'm getting Sal, I'm just gonna go, dude. You're just killing shit on this team. Like
Wait,
that's
no,
really
I would get Salim and Dan over Salim and Dante too.
Yep, I would 100% do
For
that.
sure.
Kason reply. Let's see what
I don't think those
Kason's saying.
personality-wise would work too well either.
Jason's actually fucking awake.
Unless you have like a sub that's just like straight soaking.
Yeah, that's what I would say if I was Kason as well.
No, but
funny.
honestly though, where the fuck is this guy? Who is this guy's source? This Ghost of Hope guy.
At this point, it's got to be someone in the Thieves org. He's been all media reporting Thieves shit. So either it's got to be someone in the org, or he's making shit up. But I don't think Hope is making shit up. It's someone on Thieves. Someone on Thieves.
Well, I think the leakers are being a little too loose with the intel. It's like.
No, I actually don't think there's intel right now.
I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like right now, it's like Nameless
it's all
wants
up
to play
in the air
with LeBron James.
It's all conversation. Like there is nothing to report on yet because it's just convo.
Yeah, so they shouldn't be reporting shit, Zin.
No, because
this is the time, bro.
Important. This is news. It's news.
Hey, Dill, bro, stop complaining, bro. We're popping right now.
I'm not complaining. It's great.
Dill, if you follow, listen,
it's not real.
Listen. How many people hate when I do this? How many European football followers do we have in fucking chat? Put a 1 in chat if you follow European football. Put a 0 if you don't. This is classic European football, bro. People love to see this shit. They love to know who's getting targeted, who's getting looked at.
But
this is literally news, bro.
Wait, bro, this is all we have. Our shit is dead besides this right now. We need this. We live for this.
It's great for entertainment, but it's not realistic. It's just fun to talk about it and bullshit about it.
Well, no, it's realistic, but it's all hypothetical.
I'm just being real about
it's fun. To be honest. It's fun to hypothetically talk about where all these guys could end up. Because we know there's major movement, but we don't know where the major movement's actually going to lead to yet. Like, we don't know where BZ is going to go. Our assumption is Ultra and Thieves. Like, that's... But then it's like... I don't know. If Abe goes to Thieves for just money, they're helping Thieves become fucking unbelievable.
Bro, if that happens, that is an egregious roster move, and honestly, you deserve everything that comes with it if you're FaZe, bro.
What would be the roster move?
If you just let a BZ go just for cash to the Thieves, you are fucking brain dead. Like 100% brain dead.
That's fucking hilarious, bro.
Like, why would you do it? Because, dude, I don't know.
I don't think their team would be as good as I don't like that move for them at all.
What?
You don't. What?
Ben, I can't take you serious.
Ben literally hates a BZ.
No, because
you cannot talk
because this game is all teamwork. Bro. I don't care how many kills you stack on the fucking map. Who on that team is carrying bombs?
I'm not even coming from a perspective of a BZ picking up a shit ton of kills.
Who's guaranteeing their fucking team? Who's guaranteeing their teamwork, bro?
Bro, a BZ is a great player. He has so much
Tyler
influence on the map.
Good, but like I agree, but on that
he's
team,
smart as fuck.
Are you talking? Okay, would the team be MC, Hydra, Scrap, and Tyler? Is that a team you're saying?
We're just talking about in general.
What up, Joe?
Who is the fourth is so important if you're playing a BZ.
It depends on who they get. I mean, they could.
If it's Dan, I'm fine with it.
They could end up getting like we don't know.
If it's Dan or if it's like a Booza, I get it. But like if it's MC, you're just making FaZe,
you don't think a BZ joining Thieves would make them better? Are you crazy?
They're all, bro. They don't. There's not more. Like they already have good talent as a team. Like I don't know what the reason they.
So you act like a BZ only brings talent, bro. Like a BZ makes the game easier for the people he plays around,
bro.
Guys,
and he's always been that way. BZ's always been an enabler.
See, here is the thing that you guys are. It seems like in this call, you guys
too biased when it comes to
no. I'm about to make a point. I don't know if it's going to age well or not, but the problem that nobody in this call is recognizing at the moment is that players' form can dip and go, but people's like actual skill level can go up and down. And the big thing for BZ this season is statistically, this was by far and away his worst season. And statistically, he was one of the worst SMG players in the league this year.
And I'm sure he knows that. And if a BZ goes to Thieves, he's gonna laugh and go, "Okay,
so
watch
the risk
this."
You have
and he's gonna fucking piss on people.
Yeah, I hope he comes back and he plays well. But the risk is that he may not be able to get back to the same.
Wait, why do we not think players can develop? That's the thing when we talk about Celium and a BZ. Like, why do we think players can't just learn?
They can develop, but they can also regress. Is the point I'm trying to make, bro? They can develop and they can also regress.
But
when you're surrounded by other smart people.
Hold on. You don't think Envoy has regressed? Like, bro, like Envoy was prone to the bad game this season, especially like in the last couple of events.
I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong.
And in general, like Envoy is one of the greatest of all time. Phenomenal sub, like literally one of the best. Abizi still, majority of his career has been better than Envoy, even in those times when Envoy has been him.
I agree.
So it's like bringing in Abizi for Envoy is a great move.
Ben,
But like,
especially right now.
do you think a lack of talent is why Thieves got back-to-back dog shit the last 2 events?
No, it's
is that
not
a talent problem?
It's not a lack of talent, but you change this roster up. You bring in a guy like Abizi who's gonna play a little bit faster than Envoy, who's gonna be in your face, who isn't as prone to the bad game as Envoy is.
Yeah, and what placing does this team get the last 2 champs?
I mean, who knows? This is a dumbass hypothetical.
But that's
you
not
saying
just
that
all on Abizi though.
But you,
No,
yeah, it's
because-
not all on
because
Abizi.
you guys
And you
are
saying
trying to
Abizi
solve
wanted
this-
this.
No, because I don't think more talent solves their
let me
problem,
So when
say
you're
bro.
this
making a
point real quick.
roster
Let me
change,
say
what are
this
you
point
trying to
real quick.
do? Go ahead.
With LAT, obviously, whatever game plan they had and shit was not working at champs and EWC. It happened. They didn't play good. They got fucking 8th and 6th or 8th and 8th. Some bad. Like they played split last. It was bad.
Yeah.
But with Abizi, let's say they bring in Abizi. They work on their game plan. Let's see how the game plan is. But when your game plan isn't working because it's COD, it's day to day. Sometimes shit might be off. Having
That's
that
Nameless,
extra
Grace.
talent
Yeah,
might be
it
the
helps.
reason it carries
Bro,
you through that one match to catapult you.
guys,
to
Bro,
a
Ben,
good
my
guys,
question
you
is,
guys-
Ben,
no,
Ben, real
that
quick, I
could
have to ask
happen.
you this question, Ben.
Yeah.
Good talent is needed.
If you think Abizi's the risk and you wouldn't move for Abizi, who the fuck
Who
would
the
you
fuck
move
are you
for?
grabbing? That's
Who
the
would
point.
like who,
If
who
I'm
to you
Thieves-
makes sense then? Yeah, if you're Thieves,
I'm
and
Thieves-
make it like reasonable, obviously, someone that's
So,
potentially available.
The problem is like I don't think they're gonna be able to buy out Joe, right? I don't think Nep.
I mean, I'm taking Abizi over Joe.
Okay, fair. I don't think Neptune solves their problem, so I would not do
over
that.
Nep.
That's fair.
So then who, Ben? That's what I'm saying. Then who?
Well, no, I'm trying to go through the list with you guys, right?
Let
so you
Ben
can keep
think, let Ben cook, let
you can
Ben
keep
cook.
Dill. You could go with 04, right? Because you could then say, okay, well then 04 is just going to kind of solve our sort of like he's going to do what Dill is doing, right? He's going to gap fill, like ensure that Paco and Scrap can kind of continue to be, roam and do whatever the fuck they want on the map. I don't hate that move, but that's a lateral move, right? 04 for Dill is a lateral move. And then you get into Toby. Do you think Toby and Paco? Would you take? Do you think Toby? Do you think Toby would be a good pickup?
Yeah, I think Toby would be a great pickup, but I don't think Scrap would do that again.
And I'm still
Well,
taking it, and
now
I'm
you
still
get-
taking
and I'm
Abe.
still
taking Abizi.
Tyler, get his ass.
That's the
Tyler,
crux of
get
the
his
problem.
ass.
Like,
Tyler's
bro-
in my chat.
bro, hold on.
Tyler said Ben is the biggest dick sucker of all time.
Oh,
Get his ass, Tyler.
Zoros, welcome back for 4.
Maybe instead of fucking cooking me in chat, he could have focused on his gameplay this
Here,
season,
but
brother.
hold on,
Like,
hold on.
Like, what?
Hold on,
Like,
here-
and
He
like,
won
call
2
me-
chips.
like,
real-
brother,
real
like,
quick,
I
putting
don't know what you
things
want me to
aside,
say.
Get his
Like,
ass.
like, dude, like cooking me, fine, fair.
Hold
You could
on.
be mad at me, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like he could have played better this season. It is what it
Here,
is, bro.
Ben, let's put
That's the
things
way I
aside,
feel
though.
about
The
it.
thing you
All
know,
right, Ben,
listen.
at its very essence, when we're making a roster
Yeah.
change, what we're trying to do is make our team better, right? And inherently with that, if you're a team that has coming off a year where you did win 2 championships, there's going to be some inherent risk regardless of who you pick up, correct?
Okay,
No,
so you-
Abizi's
like,
not a
hold on,
risk. I'm sorry.
let me talk
I
about
need
it.
to
Finish
speak
your
over
thought,
all of
finish
you.
your thought.
Abizi is not a risk. Abizi is a no-brainer move that you make if you
Yes,
can. It's not even
listen,
like remotely
For the records in
in the
I
realm of
agree.
risk, bro. There is no risk.
Yes, for the records in, I agree, but I'm posing this to Ben so he could like understand why we're so like.
Go ahead.
gung-ho on it.
Go ahead.
So
Yeah.
now that being said, even though there is inherent risk, you're still getting one of the best players ever. And even if your team is the same, like it's fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like you still won 2 championships, but Abizi is still amazing at the game. And there's no other player you can pick up where you definitively gonna be like, okay, that player is better than him. And
No,
that
but
player's
you're-
gonna have a
but-
bigger
so, but-
impact on our team
so
because it's all unpredictable.
I
Like-
understand what you're saying. How does Tyler joining address the issues that Thieves had at the end of the year? How does it address
What were
this?
their issues at the end of the year?
Bro, Abizi is a no-brainer, and you secure
clearly
a
the
top
teamwork was
player for
fucking
a year
dog
where you're
shit.
gonna
Keep
lose
this
Hydra
conversation
if he
going.
chooses to walk.
Keep this conversation going and not just in
All right,
circles. Ben,
how does
what was Steve's
Abizi
issue?
address the potential issues at
What
the
was
end of
he-
the year?
What was
Yes.
Steve's issues?
Well, I mean, they just crumbled. Like, but when you talk about like
Why did they
Thieves
crumble?
in this team,
Why they crumble?
I mean, in your opinion, what do you think the reason they crumbled
Yeah,
is?
wait, Ben, you saying they shouldn't make this change because it's not going to help them in the situation.
Well, I
I mean,
also
I think
hate
they're
that
gonna-
argument,
I
bro,
think-
because
I think their
no
control
2
fell
teams
off.
are the same, and then no 2 games are the same, bro. So you can't be like
Yeah.
you can't form a new roster. You bring Abizi and you bring Cell or whoever. Like you can't act like Thieves are just gonna crumble at the end of the year again, as if this is a guaranteed fucking thing.
I mean, I don't know how their practice was, whatever it is. I think the control change fucked them up a lot because they had a game mode they just straight up relied on every series was an auto win.
Yo, I agree with Joel, by the way. You guys can say what you want about Ben. He makes these conversations way better.
Like Zin said, it is
he holds his ground.
Title every
You
single
can
year,
agree
and
or disagree. A lot of people disagree, but he makes these combos way better than all of us just sitting here agreeing.
Is that it felt like at the end of the year, they almost fell off in all 3 game modes, right? Like I think their hard point was good, but not as stellar as it was in the middle. Their S&D hard fell off, right? And then to your point, like they started losing some controls and they were tilting in these series. And the only thing I can think of is team cohesion and chemistry, because at that point, it's not like people just forgot how to shoot their gun at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? Like just whatever teamwork, consistency, when they needed a plan B,
no, that last part, you can't just omit that. That actually does happen.
What you think individually, like Dylan, Dan just had an inability to shoot their gun straight at the end of the year?
I mean, I think Dill definitely started to perform worse towards in the last 2 events. Yeah. But he had some maps where he was just getting fucking world starred.
So if you think that's the issue and you bring in Tyler, then you solve the talent thing. But I will say that the question I have to you guys is like, you make that team and let's say you bring up MC, like who is going to do the things required to make
Ben
the map easier? Like
this to me is so much, bro. Abizi has not been available for how many years? It is a move that you make 10 out of 10 times.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
I've heard every word you said, bro. I fucking hear you.
Yeah, but you're going like issue by issue. He addresses all those issues because he's one of the best ever. He's going to be able to come in. He's going to be able to help in strategy. He's great in search. Like the kid's just talented.
So Paco and so in S&D, Paco and Abe love to be able to roam and find space and get blood. So you're telling me either them or whoever the main AR is, the person that's got to play slow and make sure you're not feeding the bomb in their fucking spawn or wherever in their shit spawn.
Yes, and they're not dumb.
You think they can figure it out?
Like they're going to be able to work around this.
Then they can figure it out.
That's the thing. When you go team and build a super team with players, because Abizi's been one of the best subs for multiple years in a row. Same with Paco, he's been one of the best subs for multiple years in a row. When you have a new team, people are going to have to give and take certain things. You're going to have to learn different play styles and get used to it. But I think with these players, since they have been at the top of the Call of Duty, what is Call of Duty? Call of Duty is a game that comes out once a year. What happens the next year? A new game comes out. What do Call of Duty players do? They adapt. They learn. So why can't these top players, it's not that crazy for them to be able to adapt into new environments. They do it every single year. It shouldn't be this thing where they're just stuck in their ways the whole time.
Paco and Scrap and them, obviously they team this year, but this is a disappointing year. People were saying about their team this year.
They just mentally crumbled. That's like I don't even want to.
I don't think talent's resolving that problem. I think regardless of who they.
But I think Abizi's not just talent; like he's also knows what's going on.
That's what I don't think Ben is understanding is that Abizi's going to enable Okay, you talk about thieves crumbling at the end of the year. So what do? You don't get Abizi, you keep Envoy, and then run the risk of the same exact thing happening.
Exactly,
or you get 04 Neptune, people who you just said who are less proven than Abizi. Abizi is one of the best of all time.
I think you've come to the crux. I think you've come to the crux of why the Thieves change is so interesting this offseason, because I think that, and I'm curious to know,
welcome back, bro.
Scrap and Paco haven't said anything. The reporting that we've heard is that it's driven by management. Like, I'm curious what the players think the problem was, what the coaching staff thinks the problem was, and as you guys have been in some situations, I'm curious what management, which isn't in scrims every day, what they think
he's answered it. Then he said, "I don't even know what happened. We just crumbled." He says that he's been asked this like 3-4 times in interviews.
That's a shitty answer. I don't know.
Tyler said in the chat, Roman S&D, this guy doesn't even understand a lick of COD.
Okay, well.
So Tyler's getting the first blood, but I mean,
Tyler can roast me, but like he had one of the lowest first blood win percentages at the last 2 events of the season. So like, what's his value in search at the end of the year, brother? Like, what's your value in search at the end of the year, brother? You're not planting bombs. You're not getting kills. What are we doing here?
When you do something for 5 or 6 years and he's the #1 first blood getter in the fucking game, and he has a 1-2 off events.
Go on Breaking Point right now and look at the first blood stats.
Because maps could be totally different. The game could play way different.
Ben is fucking confident.
If Tyler is in a new situation with new people, he's not just gonna do the exact same thing.
Which I think is what's great for him. I agree. I think
I think the trio. That's why I say the trio needs to break up. Whether 2 of them stay together, if it's Simp and Cell and Cell and Simp, whoever, or Sim and Abizi. Holy fuck! But like,
Why do you
just
think
ran
FaZe is
their
letting him go?
course.
Why do you think FaZe is letting him go then? For all the, why do you think FaZe is letting him go then?
Well, FaZe is letting everyone explore
Well,
options.
I mean, dude,
'cause,
it's
like,
more
they're
than
not
what you're
restricted.
saying. Wait, hold on. This is unfair because you're saying this like alluding to something like, oh, he played like shit, so that's why we're letting him go.
No, I'm just
bro,
asking a
it's
question.
the team has failed 2 years in a row at the end of the year.
Why do
and
you
at
think?
some
Why do you
point,
think?
it's like,
Why do you
okay,
think
we
they're
gotta
letting him
shake shit
go?
up.
Why
I'm
do you think they're
telling
letting him
you,
go?
I'm telling you right now, this is
Okay, go
why.
ahead.
Who, Abizi?
Yeah, bro,
Yeah.
Ben's trying to, to
Well,
say
because
it as if it's like,
because they
he's
also
shit.
have Simp, bro. I mean,
Yeah, it's because they played together for so long, and maybe the players want to change shit up. Like,
But
it's
Ben,
not all
what-
just because he's ass.
Ben, what I don't like-
that's not it.
the way you're positioning Abizi as if he's like just talent. Like Abizi is like one of the few players who's been one of the few who can run into a hill and get a
Shit,
two-piece
man.
and get the first blood. Like he makes the game so
I
much
agree.
easier. He's
in
not
past
just
ye- in
talent.
past-
He's
in
like
past years,
he's
but not this-
talent
ago-
plus selfless.
In past
15
years, but
months
not
ago,
this
people
year,
were saying
bro.
he was better than Simp. There was like a BZ like
I
train.
listen. I want to see. I want to see Tyler back on his bullshit, bro. I'm not. People sit here like I'm the busy hater. I want to see Tyler frying again, bro. For what it's worth.
And I think he will.
Let's just fucking. No, I do. And to say otherwise is bullshit. I've consistently made that take when this has come up on my fucking stream. So I'm tired of people saying this shit. Okay, for what it's worth. I see where you guys are going with the Thieves thing. Okay, if I'm Thieves, and I totally understand why they're thinking about it. I think for Tyler, his next team is so important because he needs to get back to the basics of what made him great as a player. Because at the tail end of this FaZe situation, I don't understand how he was contributing to the success of their team. I don't know if that's maybe a bunch of other bullshit. Maybe they all just didn't have chemistry with each other and it was really affecting his gameplay. I don't know. But I want to see him get back on that same bullshit where he is bro, he's one of the OG running down subs, bro. We talk about like Neptune style shit, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as the CDL era, like he's the fucking originator of that shit.
Bro,
for the most
I don't
part.
think an individual was the problem on FaZe. I think like
Crucify,
like,
what are you
systematically,
talking about? You're
their
the first to
approach towards
argue
it's a-
roles
it's
and
a
team dynamics and
group
what makes a
issue.
great team.
Yes,
It's not just
100%.
Cells
And it
playing
doesn't
slow,
matter when it
Abizi's
comes to
doing
Abizi.
dumb shit, or like it's not just
Bro.
one thing. It's a mixture of everything.
Yeah.
And in COD, we've
they have
never
That's
too
seen
gotta be
many
three
rage
players
bait, bro.
team
It
together
has
for
to be.
that long.
Yes,
So
bro. They have too many
there's gonna
thoughts.
be
They have
shit-
too much history. Like
Yeah.
there was something else to it. It's not just like, oh, a BZ doesn't know how to play on rotations when there's 15 seconds left on
Well,
a
I'm
hill.
glad
Like,
that you
that's not
finally
it,
agree
man.
it's not about the money then. I'm
That's-
glad we finally come full circle on that argument.
That's not it. If that's how,
I'm
if
glad
that's
we're
their
finally
approach
full
towards it.
circle on that argument from an hour
Wait,
ago.
what's the argument about the money now?
Well, there were people. You guys are trying to argue that you think that they're breaking up because of money, and clearly
Wait,
you've
who
come to
said
that.
that?
conclusion
Wait,
I've
no
come
one
to.
said that.
No, we were just saying like in general, like nobody exactly knows. Like we're not in those conversations, so I'm not
But
coming
it
from
sounds
places
like
if I
you
know
come
why.
back around to now what I
I
was
just
saying.
don't like
bro.
when people say they know the exact reason why.
most
We're not in
likely
those
reason
calls,
the truth
so
is breaking
that's
up
fair.
is because their times ran its course. Like it's at some point you have to like go team with other people if it's not working, and it wasn't working between those three towards the end. So like one of them probably gonna go get another team. We don't know the behind the scenes of who doesn't work with who the best anymore because
Yeah,
that's only
we're
the
not in
players
those
and the
talks,
staff will
so
know
I'm not
that.
gonna
We
phrase it
can't
like
know
I
that.
know.
So at some point, if they're gonna make a change, it's because clearly something behind the scenes wasn't working. But we don't know who works best with who, who's best friends with who. Like we don't know that.
Yeah, well said.
And when you can also go team with, it's not like they're going to a worse team. They're going to team with potentially Hydra and Scrap, who
I'll
have
be back,
arguably
yo.
been the best AR and the best sub for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not like a downgrade. It's not like, oh shit, there's
Yo, Seb, I appreciate that gifted, big dog.
a top 8 team now. Like they're going to potential team with literally the best AR and the best sub in Call of Duty for the past couple of years.
No, and listen, and that is listen. I don't disagree with you guys. I understand
I
why
got pissed. Keep
Thieves.
going.
And again, I don't know if this is the reporting, right? We don't know what this is driven by. It doesn't sound like it's driven by the players. It sounds like management is the one putting their finger on it, of like, you know, trying to go down that route of more talent. But the thing is you guys have seen, like, even, you know, when FaZe was dominant in Cold War with Abe, like Toronto went toe to toe with them in that fucking grand finals. And yeah, the FaZe guys clutched up. They all contributed to a really nice win. They had some great comeback wins on that map. And that's why they were able to lift the trophy in the end. But like talent gets you so far and gives you such a huge head start. But it's about that team chemistry and making sure you peak at the end of the year,
Ben,
as we've
they've
seen.
been at that for what FaZe has done. Whether you consider them a dynasty or not, what they've done at that level together for so long that we've never
Pivotal.
seen before in
Or-
COD. And
You're
even though
probably
they
not.
didn't-
You're probably not going to see it again.
Yeah, we
You
probably
think
won't see
someone's
that
going to be
again.
consistent for 6 years? That shit is just probably not going to happen. again.
Obviously, they have like what?
But they did
Vanguard was really the
incredible.
only year they didn't at least
Incredible.
win. So like what they did was insane and will probably never be done again. Granted, yes, they could have won some more events, but still, their run they had will forever be legendary and is cemented in COD. So, but it's also at the end of the day, what game are we playing? We're playing fucking COD. It's not the most perfect game where everything is so it's a very day-to-day game, and the fact that they could keep that consistency up for that many years in such a day-to-day game.
Yeah, it's a testament to how good they were as a team. I agree.
Yes.
No one's disagreeing with you though. I don't think there's a single person on planet Earth that disagrees with you. And if they do, they're a moron. I would call them another word, but you know me, I'm trying to be a little bit family friendly out here.
You've been in too much drama recently. You gotta calm it down with your bad words.